Kickout Crew. James L. Corey, Brad Stanton, Coach Rosie, Adam from Bama, Mike Whitaker, Devin Dowling. The Kickout Crew Podcast. Available on all major podcast platforms and watch videos exclusively on YouTube.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, the tape machines are rolling, and we're bringing you another exciting episode of the Kickout Crew. I believe we're at episode, let's say 35 here. Man, how time flies. Welcome to 35. We, want to thank, we didn't have nobody on last week. It was just us rambling shit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's I wouldn't say it's a Triple H and Jericho long episode, but it does have its moments. That being said, I want to thank everybody for the support. Thank everybody for the input on this current episode that we're going to talk about. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at Kickout Crew. You can watch our videos on YouTube, and you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. That being said, it's your show, so I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to kick it out to Brad. So, Brad, take it away.
All right, so what I want to talk about this week is first, I have some bullshit I want to say, but first we're going to go to NXT Deadline. Now, I know at this point now that's about 10 days away, but I want to talk about the Iron Survivor Challenge. Now, first off, if you guys know what I'm talking about here, NXT did a pay-per-view, and they invented a new match, and it was something Shawn Michaels did. Hey, listen, I am all about trying new things. I'm all about trying new things for sure. Overall, I liked it. However, there are some things they needed to tighten up. And I just can't believe an organization like WWE can't figure something like this out. For instance, so I'm going to read you the rules of the match, all right? So let's start there. The rules are this: 25-minute time limit with 5 superstars competing to become the #1 contender. 2 superstars start the match. Every 5 minutes thereafter, a new superstar will enter until all competitors are in the ring. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. There'll be more on that later. When a superstar scores a fall, they will earn 1 point. When a superstar loses a fall, that superstar is forced out of the ring into a penalty box for 90 seconds before they can re-enter the match. The superstar who has scored the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes will be named the Iron Survivor and become the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. Okay, right off the bat. So you heard the thing. Yes, sir.
Number one, I like how you started with, there's some things we need to tighten up because tighten up just arrived. But number two, you remember if you have to explain the rules, then you've already lost the audience type of thing. I think this is kind of the thing. We've already talked about one match with ridiculous ass, stand up, sit down, 30-second, 10-second. But this, rule thing is a little bit ridiculous.
So my biggest problem with it, let's not go with problem. Right off the bat, I can't remember which announcer says it. Says the undesirable first position in the match about Roxanne Perez. Undesirable first position. So the first person in the match. Can someone please explain to me why being in this match longer, when it doesn't matter how many times you lose, it only matters how many pinfalls you get. So she's in the match the longest. Doesn't that seem almost, I understand she can get hurt. I understand she can be put out, but doesn't it seem more advantageous to be in a match like this longer if you would get the more pinfalls you get? That is one of my biggest problems with it. Second one, disqualification.
Wasn't that what it was? Whoever gets the most pinfalls wins?
Yes. So why not being in the longest? Why would that be a disadvantage? If you're in there the longest, you have a chance to get the most pins and submissions, as far as I'm concerned.
True.
Second, disqualifications. Can you please tell me what, if anybody watched the match, what exactly qualified as a disqualification. One, there are no countouts because who's getting the point for that? Nobody. Nobody's getting a point for it. So you can just sit outside the ring. You're not going to count you out. Second, they were smashing each other's heads against what did they call it again? The penalty box. They were hitting them with they were beating the living crap. Nothing qualified for a disqualification. So also, what was the alternate plan? So, all right, 15 minutes into the match, right? This is the male match. Gacy comes in at 15 minutes. Of course, he's got no falls because he hasn't been in the match. Axiom has 2. Waller has 2. McDonough has none, and Carmella has 0 or 1. So, all right, you have 2, you have 2. There's 2 minutes to go in the match. What was the plan if people were tied? There was no plan for that as well. So also, you heard me say Gacy had 0 coming into this match where 2 people already had 2 falls. So again, it is much more of a disadvantage to me to come into this match late. So anyway, I like the concept.
Well, one guy came in and immediately got 2 falls, though.
Yes, he did.
That was when we were Zooming with Ad Free Shows members and, of course, our friends and family. We talked about like being in first, you could get the most pins. But if you come in hot as fuck for those last 5 minutes, just power move, and just start pinning people 1, 2, 3, you could theoretically rattle out a bunch of pins.
I thought that through, and that's the way they wrote it.
Yeah.
That's the way they wrote it to happen. I just thought that some things could have just been tightened up a little bit. I like the idea of change.
Tighten up.
Yeah, said it again.
Anyway, overall, congratulations to Roxanne Perez, your NXT Women's Champion out of nowhere. Or was it?
Yeah.
So a couple more things I wanted to talk about this week. Ordered a tree from Walmart, a new Christmas tree with lights on it already. My one died from last year. Pull it out of the box. Definitely doesn't look like the thing I ordered. Looked like a Charlie Brown tree for sure. My wife sets it on a table. I'm like telling you right now, sweetheart, you put a tree on the table, it becomes a secondary tree. Okay? It's no longer your first tree if you're putting the tree on the table. She's like, fine. So the tree's just sitting there in the middle of the living room. I come home an hour later, and the dog already ate the wire in half, so now the lights don't work anyway. So basically, there's a tree with no ornaments and no lights sitting in the middle of my living room. So we're really excited there. Now, I know some of you are married, some of you have been married, some of you are someday getting married, but this kitchen sharing nonsense, okay? All right, so I have off on Fridays. So I'm home. I kind of have my own agenda. My wife works from home. But the minute I go into my kitchen to make something to eat, she decides she has to go in the kitchen to make something to eat. Not sure why. And then everything I'm taking out, she's cleaning up. I was making some steaks for later that night. I salted them up a little bit. I put some butter on top of them, and then I put them in the fridge without a cover on them. She takes them out of the fridge and puts saran wrap around it, taking all the salt and all the butter and putting it on the saran wrap. Now, what have you done? Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm in this kitchen for 45 minutes a week. Just give me a break. All right. I was also at my Christmas party this week. I know some of you saw the pictures. Very well done event. So the first meal is the hors d'oeuvre appetizer hour. They had lamb chops that you just take right off the pole thing, and I'm eating them, and they're tender and they're delicious. Okay. They had like a noodle station, and not that kind of noodle, James.
Hey-o.
They had like the Chinese food, Asian food area. It was fantastic. Then we go in for dinner, and they give us a filet mignon and a lobster. Terrible. It was like cutting into a shoe.
So the lamb was not the entree?
No, that was the appetizer. This was an incredible event.
You famous mother, you yuppies, man.
I work at a car dealership.
Yeah.
So then
we've had that discussion.
The cheesesteak comes out. All right, very good. 10:15 at night, my wife comes out of the other room and says, they're yelling for you in there. They're like, we need Brad right away. I come in, they're like, Brad, they have sandwiches. So I don't know if you know anything about me. I love sandwiches. And like, no matter what kind of diet or anything I'm doing, if there's like sandwiches, hoagies, anything, cheesesteaks, I'm in. But where the hell were they out at 10:15 at night after the cheesecake? It was totally
because everybody's liquored up, needing something to, soak up.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it, right? Got to be it.
I can see Brad's wife. Let me fix you some sandwiches.
He's like
the grandmother on Bad Santa.
So
the
I
thing
go to
that
the
gets
waitress.
me is the fact that, like, what has transpired in life to where they're like, we need to get Brad. We need to get Brad. And then Brad walks in, like, Brad, they got sandwiches.
We've got flaming shrimp.
Like,
Oh, I want a ham and
in my
cheese
head,
sandwich.
I'm playing that whole thing back. Like, there's a reason they got Brad. I wonder what that is. Number two,
So-
like, Brad, they got the sandwiches. Like,
So
They
I
probably
say,
had a bet going on in that, seeing which sandwich he grabbed first, the ham, turkey, or the pimento and cheese.
hey, those bets do exist.
so I say to the waitress, I'm not hungry. All right. So I go, listen, do you have any of those styrofoam boxes laying around? And she
There
says,
it
no.
is.
She goes, no, but we still have some of those Chinese boxes left from the Chinese food over at the appetizer table. I'm like, perfect. So I grab this box. It's probably like 2 inches by 2 inches. It ain't much. So I grab a couple of them and I'm just stuffing.
Is this
the
a
sandwiches
pre-used box?
No, they were still.
Oh, okay.
So I'm stuffing the sandwiches into boxes, and I'm closing them up. And my boss is like, dude, what the fuck? Just eat the sandwiches. I go, I'm not hungry anymore. Then it got me thinking. So I'm thinking of all this food. Do you ever go to like a banquet or shut up, Mike?
Somebody didn't teach you to line your pockets with Ziploc bags and stuff when you were younger, did they?
You ever been to like a wedding and then they have like chicken parm, or like a banquet and they have chicken parm? Why the fuck are they putting red potatoes and green beans next to chicken parm? As far as I'm concerned, Italian food goes with Italian food, and like steak and potatoes goes with, like, that's another thing. I don't want potatoes next to my chicken. I don't want potatoes in my sauce. Get the hell out of here. And finally, all I got this week is my wife hurt her leg and she called it a Charlie horse. And I think Charlie horse, the word's funny. That's it.
Well, that's
Hell
the
yeah.
show,
And there-
folks. Thanks for joining us. And
That's it.
Merry Christmas and thanks.
Soak the chicken in buttermilk.
Charlie.
That's yeah.
Charlie horse. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Frank.
Hey.
Yeah.
Calling it a Charlie
thought
horse,
Brad
would
was
that
gonna
not be
introduce
sexist?
you, at some point. But joining us is I think this is a 3-time, right?
Three time.
Yeah, three time, man. Well, I mean, hell, Frank, I guess 3 times it's your show, so
Yeah, my
speak,
show, right?
say hi to everybody, welcome yourself.
So I didn't want to steal Brad's thunder there. I mean, he was like going off on his. I mean, first of all, what the hell kind of car dealership do you work for where they can put out a spread like that?
Well,
Thank
it was
you.
it was like
Oh, we're gonna car
dealership.
dealership.
We had,
Yeah, 3-course
from there.
meal as an appetizer.
What do y'all sell? Acuras? I mean,
Yeah, because they're the best, huh?
Also, I was reluctant to come on tonight because I'm having a hard time looking at any Eagles fan right now. Given
That
what
was a tough one.
given
Thank
given
you.
nah,
they
you can look at a
much.
Bulldog fan. Be like,
well, given what they did to us a few weeks ago, it's you're welcome for AJ Brown.
Yeah, thank you.
James,
Good job signing him.
in a couple of weeks, we're going to be seeing you too. So
That's true. Well,
Yeah,
here's
so-
the thing, kayfabe, but when this episode airs, Christmas Eve is a mighty big day. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm still getting used to the Big Easy down here. It's been a little bit of the big rough, but it's getting a little easier now.
how was your weekend?
My weekend, I went to my first lesbian wedding, and I think I cried more at the lesbian wedding than I have than any other wedding I ever went to, including my own. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
If I'd have been at your wedding, I'd have cried too, because I'd have felt bad for you.
Oh, and I've been able to look into the future. I'd have been like, I'm glad I'm going to get a daughter, but girl, you're a bitch. Anyway,
There it is.
sorry.
Ah,
James, I was really bummed that I was at Survivor Series and couldn't be there when you were hosting.
man, no, dude. Being at the pay-per-view is, that's big shit.
And you all missed when
Celebrated.
Ronda Rousey came out that Anthony Perez was upstanding, screaming the lyrics to the song and scaring the shit out of people.
Sounds about right.
Of course.
Well, hey, Sorensen chimed in enough. We damn near got a play-by-play.
Yeah, he got to take power singing Ronda Rousey's song.
Yeah.
And
I want to say something. I love James Sorensen, but I have never his farts could like kill a country. He ripped one next to me and I almost puked on the guy's head in front of me. And then he's like, "Oh, there's something wrong with my stomach." Well, stop ordering a box of fries and chicken tenders from TD Garden. What do you think that's gonna do to your stomach? Christ.
Putting him on blast, literally.
Yeah, he was keeping me on blast, and I'm like, oh my god.
Nah, I put his ass on blast when we was in New Orleans.
Okay. That sounds great.
Wow, that came out wrong.
Yeah. That's what she.
Hey, we're gonna reel it back in though. You know, we got some things to discuss. But Frank, obviously, good to have you on, brother. You're one of my dear friends. I view you as a good friend. And you actually you like me, and that means a lot to me because I'm a tricky character.
All y'all here. Where's
You
Devin?
like me? You really
you stuck
like
up for me a bunch, and I really do appreciate that.
Well, this is the thing that and I'll be very honest with all of you, just to add a little seriousness to it. But one of the things I can't stand is drama, and for a while, ad-free shows or the people around it and the people involved in it were drama-filled, and that's why I've kind of stepped back a bit from it. But y'all are my favorites. I really mean that. I mean, of course, shout out to Allison Faye. I love her too.
Yeah.
Allison.
Maybe a little inappropriately, you know what I mean? But the way that James was treated at the start of his tenure with ad-free shows was bullshit, and I made it very clear at the beginning that I didn't like that, and that I made it clear that I was going to be his friend and support him because he's a genuine good fucking dude. I've met him. I met his dad. We've hung out in Chicago. We've hung out in Jacksonville. I mean, I've had a good friggin' time with him. So please.
I think it was more of a misunderstanding than anything. I think I was misunderstood.
And look at this. How many of them?
It was one of those situational type deals too. It was just like a bad timing type deal.
It was at
this point, how many of them have gotten to actually host an ad-free show's watch along?
Here we go.
Think about that, man. Though.
I think
that wasn't me though. Like, I mean, I did host it, but that was a group thing. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a me. That was a we type deal.
But but that's the thing. It's
true.
Like
you.
I would whatever. Hey,
I can name 3 people.
It's your show. But no, I mean, I guess I'm the. Ah, boy, I hate doing this. I guess being who I am and a personality or charisma or just smartassness or whatever you want to call it, that definitely helped. But it's with the help of others is why it happened. I guess what I'm getting at.
Absolutely, I get that. I know what you mean. I'm just messing with you. Can I?
I mean, I am a badass. Does not be wrong. But yeah, it's a group thing. I definitely don't have the whatever.
It is.
Thanks, Frank.
I was happy for you, and I wanted you to know that. That was incredible, and that's why I'm like, I popped in and was like showing the crowd and stuff because I wanted to be there for you, and I was genuinely bummed that I went to the show and couldn't like watch because it was you. I would have gone to the watch along.
He was pissed. He was real pissed.
Yeah.
Frank stood me up, damn it. Shit.
He's like, wait a minute. Where's Frank?
Where the fuck is Frank at?
I'm not hosting another damn thing until Frank gets in here.
10 times.
So real quick, crazy thing that happened when I was because I went to SummerSlam this year too, and what they're doing is they're like doing these pop-up stores in the community that they're in. And I walked out of SummerSlam with a WWE Universal Championship that cost me an arm and a leg. And then I walk into the store in Boston, and there is a replica. Well, it's not a replica. It's a WWE Championship, but Boston Red Sox. Like the B is right in the middle. I spent $600 on that son of a bitching thing.
Man, Frank Bruno.
Nice,
right? It is that big easy, bro. I can imagine you just in Nolans, like on some fucking what do they call it? The high-rise like condo bullshit. Frank's on his patio, fucking sunglasses on, like half.
You walk into the bar with that shit? You walk into the bar
at the ocean.
Not down here, I wouldn't.
Sipping.
Frank Bruno money. It's called a
scissor.
Right? That's true. It is the dirty.
And it is dirty too. Oh man.
Well, hey Frank, thanks for joining us. I guess if you're following along at home, Frank, we're to Mike's topic.
Like Frank, I sent you an outline.
You did?
Oh, the motherfucker.
Hell yes. So Mike,
Did
Well,
Welcome.
Frank pulls up the outline.
Email from the kickout
Take it
crew.
away.
Yeah, while you check that, let me tell you what the fuck happened to me this week.
Here
Well,
we go.
technically last week.
You just tell us. How about that?
I will tell you.
You do.
So I'm at work and doing little side things and driving a fork truck that day. Our fork trucks are propane powered. They, have to change the tank and everything else. Well, I'm driving around a couple of hours doing what I have to do, and tank's almost empty. So I go and going to change the tank, and it's cold. It's rainy outside, and they have a set of tanks kind of close to the building where there's a little awning over there so you don't get wet or anything while you're changing it.
Propane,
where
right?
You park, propane, yeah. So where you park, though, it's also the ramp to go in and out of the building for, certain deliveries and everything else. So I go and I park there, get off the fork truck, go start taking the tank off. I take the propane tank off, and the fork truck starts rolling down the hill. And it keeps on rolling. And it keeps on rolling. And we have some trucks there. We got big 18-wheeler bed things there, like the whatchamacallit.
Was it going forks first or the backside of the forklift first?
It was going forks first, but forks were kind of lowered a little bit.
You're not supposed to park on an incline with the forks pointing downward.
I wasn't really parked
Safety
on
101.
there. Okay, but let's skip that part, okay? Because they missed that part.
Oh, believe me, they probably made an appearance.
It's going, and we have one of our haulers that's sitting out there, and I'm watching it. I'm looking around. There ain't no people there, so I'm like, I'm not chasing after this motherfucker because there ain't nobody there. But it's going straight for that little truck right there, and boom, smashes into it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked. That's it.
Mike, wash your
I'm
phone
fucked.
out. Quit videotaping and go get that damn thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Mike's on
I
TikTok.
am fucked. So, get the manager over there looking. He's pissed off, at me, and of course he is. And he's like, you should have done this, you should have done that, blah, blah, blah. E-brake. Put the e-brake up. That was my fault. I didn't put the e-brake up, is what kept going on. So we're headed back to the office and having to call corporate. There's two big things. Fucked up. A lot of money. Have to call corporate and see what's going on. And he told me, he's like, I don't want to fire you. I don't want to fire you, but it's out of my hands right now. So we're in there in his office talking to the guy from corporate. And, of course, I know him real good. He's the head guy. And he's like, man, I don't see anything around this, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, my manager gets a message from the guy that works on the fork truck. He's like, call me ASAP. So he calls him up. He's like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, I need you guys down here at the fork truck shop, like now. Like before anything happens, just come down here. So he told the main guy, he's like, okay, well, there's something going on. Let's go down here. We'll figure this out and see what's going on. So we go down there, and the guy's like, I want to show you something. Pulls up the e-brake. E-brake comes up. Like 5 seconds later, it drops. On his own. He's like, that's what happened. I'm like, there had been something because I'm on a hill to begin with, and I got off the fork truck. I got the tank off, and nothing happened till after I took the tank off. So luckily, something was fucked up with the fork truck. The e-brake was fucked up and disengaged on its own. So that's why it rolled down the hill. And that's why it smashed into the truck. And that's why it fucked a bunch of shit up. So luckily, I did not get fired.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Thank God.
It is. Thank God. Because there was a lot of stuff where I'm like,
Mike
man.
was about to get the axe.
I was like, man,
We could have
it
to clean up the
is
spare room,
I remember
2 weeks before
He
Christmas.
talked to me off air about this, and I was like, damn, bro, you almost got fired.
Who puts a forklift straight down?
At Christmas, you almost got fired at Christmas. Like, how low is that?
Well, because no, I wasn't going down the hill. I was right at top of it. So if I was going down the hill, I was supposed to.
Turn your wheels.
Here we
Well, if I
go.
would turn
I'll
the
come to your
wheels, it
job
would
and
have.
show you how to drive.
Luckily, if I would turn the wheels, it would have fucked up even more because they'd go a cliff right down there.
Adams doing the OSHA safety.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great job, Mike. I'm glad you have.
So yeah, that's how my week ended
They
last
would have
week,
fired you
and
over that?
Yeah, almost lost his job, and you know.
they would have fired me because they thought I did not put the e-brake up, and with all the damage that happened to everything,
Yeah.
it would have been a thing.
And how many places can you work in that town? I mean, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Right, that's real shit. Like if you get
No,
fired
for
from that
real.
job,
It's a small
there
town.
two
Like,
other jobs in that town.
yeah, I could have went to Walmart maybe, but
No, no.
That or making beer, one or the other.
yeah,
I worked
I
there
mean,
for 8
so-
years. You don't want to do that.
yeah. Well, I've been here for about 9 years, and I have nothing on my shit. But
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad you have your
that
job.
right there
buddy.
saved me.
Merry
Nothing
fucking
on my
Christmas.
shit.
Me too.
I'm just glad they didn't
I'm
take
like-
your fires away from you because I know you get 2 fires a year.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
glad
Who-
they
if
didn't
they
take them away
fire,
from you.
Whether he
If they
needs
That's
fire-
true. And you should have.
I'll-
Hey, if they were gonna fire you, you should have brought up. But who's gonna crawl in the vents?
Yeah. Can I at least work 2 days out of the year?
I'm
That's
assigned
it.
2 fires a year, buddy. Who's going to do that?
You got to get hazard pay too, man. Because that if you were to work those 2 days a year, you're an independent contractor, dog. You can hit them for
No,
like 20
man.
grand each time.
Exactly. But yeah, so that was fun, filled, scary, and a big relief all at the same time.
Yeah, almost got jobless at Christmas. But hey,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful life. And it's a
Like,
Christmas spirit
as
thing.
we were walking to the manager's office,
Yeah,
I'm like,
Brad,
fuck,
suck it.
I need a beer. Like, I cannot believe this shit happened. I need a beer. Let's go. But luckily, it was something that was not my fault. Just
Well,
nothing's my fault.
you know what's good, Mike, is
It wasn't me.
Christmas miracles do happen. And that brings us to today's agenda, doesn't it? You know, let me see here. Because, it's all about Christmas. So, Brad, tell the people what we're talking about. Get them sleigh bells ringling.
All right. So we decided to take a break from what we were planning on doing to celebrate Christmas because James reminded us that it is the Christmas season. So
Right.
we're going to
Favorite
be talking
holiday.
about what better thing to talk about than 2 matches that happened at Christmas time. We're going to talk about the 1999 Boiler Room match between Mick Foley and Santa Claus. And we're also going to be talking about the 2012 Miracle on 34th Street match between John Cena
Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Light. Just something to lighten it up before the holiday and keep it positive.
Yeah.
Back to you, James.
Yeah, that's what we need.
There's a leak in the
Alrighty.
bathroom for sure.
No. It got a little cold in Florida. Not really, but I guess no. My nose has been running a bunch. But hey, yeah, sorry. I guess we're getting into it.
I don't have much to say.
I mean,
Well, the Christmas spirit is off and running here with the Kickout crew. And what better way to start it than our first match, which is Mankind versus quote unquote. And if you're watching the video version, which we highly recommend, you'll see me air quoting. Woo! But yeah, quote unquote Santa. Mankind versus a Santa in a Boiler Room Brawl. Yes, that's right. Mankind's had Boiler Room Brawls with, like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. You got George the Rat in there. Motherfucker.
He's like the king of Boiler Room Brawls.
Yeah, and now we're doing one with Santa. So yeah, Boiler Room Brawl. It took place on a Monday Night Raw episode on December 20th, 1999. It hailed from the Compaq Center in Houston, Texas. Had an attendance of 12,063. Had a match length of roughly 4.5 minutes, and Meltzer gave this one 4 3/4 stars. So yeah, it's a high ass rating. I don't know his scale anymore, but 4 3/4 stars I thought is pretty extreme for this one compared to some of the stuff he's done. So
Only
pretty
because
good.
Santa's
About
over.
that.
That's
for
what we
a
get
reason.
Mick Foley's matches.
There's not a negative in front of that 4 3/4 star.
dude, he
don't put a
wrote a
negative
whole
on
expose.
Santa Claus. What are
He
you
actually
thinking?
dedicated one whole magazine to this match alone. It's crazy.
Santa Claus deserves that much respect.
That's what I'm saying. Every one of them. But
Any guy
Hey,
that carries around a big sack like that deserves my respect.
true. And give and get. Never mind. So Mike, how did we get there with this Santa and Mankind Boiler Room match?
well, we got here because during this episode, of course, it was a Christmas episode, and it was during the McMahon Hemsley era. It's best Stephanie McMahon there is, right there.
Error.
Yeah, exactly.
Error or
It was
era?
big
Both.
error. It was an error.
Both
It was
at
an
the
error.
same time.
Error.
Just saying.
So earlier on in the evening, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon decided they were going to come out and give our good friend, good old JR, his Christmas present. But what were they going to do with him? They're going to whoop his ass because it's JR. We can do that, right? Well,
Oh, damn, pal.
our boy Mick Foley came out to save the day. And that pissed Triple H off. So he's the one that made the match, saying it was going to be Mick Foley versus Santa Claus in a Boiler Room match, but didn't say who Santa Claus was going to be.
Well,
You know,
there's
my-
only one Santa.
My favorite builds are the ones that happen in one episode. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
right.
Well, here's the thing. They exploited the fact that mankind loves Christmas. So what
Yeah.
better way to okay, Mick, you love or mankind, sorry, you love Christmas. Go fight Santa. Like that's heel shit, man.
It is. It's
That's
great
right.
shit. So there was
And another about this episode, I loved how they kept, was it the Mean Street Posse? Every time they would
Yes.
talk, they'd be like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up.
No, what
So
I
we
like
have the
is- I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's your show, Frank.
everybody there?
It is not my show. I was just gonna
No,
say.
I,
What did you say, Franklin?
Cut off.
My thing is they're because I'm watching some clips of it right now, and you clearly they put stockings over their head, but you know who the hell they are.
True.
What the hell's going? Who are you trying to fool?
Us.
You gotta
Dave.
believe, buddy. You just gotta believe.
You have to believe.
So
Oh,
the interview with Michael Cole and Mankind, the character of Mankind is so genuine, Mike. Does he resonate with everyone?
Of course.
Yeah, is he one of your favorites?
He is.
That's so lovely.
Actually, this version, not like the petting the rat type deal.
true.
But this
Face
version.
mankind.
Yeah.
All right. And Adam, Mean Street Posse threw Mankind in the boiler room here. Any great Mean Street Posse stories you can share?
There's one time where they got into the ring and then they shouldn't have because they didn't belong in the ring.
As a professional wrestler, any good Mean Street stories or Mean Street?
That was my best Conrad. All right. That was my best
Any
Conrad.
good stories? Oh yeah, remember that time where
Here we go. Mankind and Santa are face to face. Santa looks scared, but they are talking. James, how did this make you feel seeing him talk to the first Santa Claus in this?
Well, it seemed genuine, like his mankind loves Christmas, so he's like, "Hey, we don't need to do this. You walk away. I'll take the L. You walk away, and everything will be all, it's Christmas. Man, come on, it's Christmas."
Hey Frank, don't go too far, okay? Mankind, and Mankind is ready to throw in the towel. You have kids. How do you think they would feel about seeing something like this on TV?
My child?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm concerned about my child because she's 13 and still believes. So I think it would be hard for a younger child to see it. Or I guess you could throw out you could spin it like, oh, those are just Santa's helpers and they're getting their ass kicked by this wrestler on TV. I don't know.
It's definitely the Attitude Era for sure. They're definitely an older audience and obviously not kids here, which would be very contrary to what we're going to see later in this very episode. That's a teaser, huh? I already told you what the match is, though. James, by the way, who are the announcers?
I'm glad you asked because this is actually hey, Jim, dude. Hey, you see that there? Hey, the announcers are good old JR and fucking Michael Hayes. They
wasn't that bad either.
No.
Really wasn't. They dropped a lot of Christmas puns, obviously, so wasn't that bad.
So you have 3 Santas attack Mankind. He fights them off with trash cans and Tupperware. 2 more Santas attack Mankind. Obviously, the New Age Outlaws. Throws Mankind through a table.
That's Mr. Ass!
You can tell Road Dogg trained one of those Santas because he was
Wait a minute.
Road Dogg trained one of them Santas because he was punching just like Road Dogg.
Mike, what do you think the New Age Outlaws' reaction were when they found out they were going to do a match like this? Knowing how they are now.
Well, Road Dogg was definitely like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
Right.
Mr. S, I mean, well, we know what he did later on, so I'm sure he was down with it later. I mean,
You're
Adam,
paying me how much? Probably what they both said.
yeah, right.
Adam, as an in-ring performer, have you ever been involved in a weapons match? And how would that baking sheet have felt?
Baking sheet wasn't too bad. I hadn't done any boiler room matches. Between a chair, a cookie sheet, and a kendo stick, I'd rather get hit by the cookie sheet.
That cookie sheet
Almost
was loud
as
as
thin as
fuck
those
in this
skin-ass
match.
trash can lids.
I don't know, man.
They're
It
really
was way loud. It popped
They're
big
done for
time.
noise effect. They sound worse than they are.
Yeah.
James, Mick Foley's kids' names are Noel, Huey, Dewey, and Mickey. Is it fair to say he's a fan of Christmas and the magic of Disney?
That makes a lot of sense.
That's a
You
good
know?
assumption.
I mean, I knew the names, but I never really was like, I'll be damned. It was there the whole time. You're gonna have a new Louis, Huey, Dewey, Louie.
Louie. Where's Louie?
Yeah.
He didn't have enough kids.
Yeah.
Well, Mick got to
You're
fire
so
another one out, bud. He ain't done. Or what if Noel were to have a child and name it Louie?
No,
Her and
yeah.
Frank the Clown.
Is she still with Frank? All right, beat me.
I
Maybe
met him. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, Mick loves him. If you
Yeah.
ever see Holy Foley,
Nah.
Nope.
he does not. Okay. Frank, are you a Freddy Krueger fan? Now that we're in the boiler room, are you a Freddy Krueger fan? And if so, what's your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
Horror movies scare the shit out of me.
All right, then you should probably see 5 or 6 because they're not horror movies.
They do, because we tried to watch one and I had to hold him.
The closest I get to horror is Stranger Things.
Ooh,
What's
It's
that?
like-
that's kind of scary.
Get the hell out of here, James.
I tried to watch All You Afraid of the Dark with Nickelodeon, but he didn't
I have
make it
never
through
watched it. There was a girl blowing my shit up about never watching
Real
You
quick.
doing what to you?
Watch along.
it. Not that
Bonus
good.
episode.
Anyway, Mike, when Mick starts singing, does it make you laugh, creep you out, or is it just stupid? That chestnuts over roasted fire song.
Oh, I love everything Mick Foley does.
Everything.
Anything.
All right, Santa
Frank, what
sat.
was you going to say, Frank?
What was I going to say? I just wanted to throw something out there earlier. Brad was talking about his love for sandwiches. And I just wanted to throw out there that another lover of sandwiches is Joey Tribbiani from the wonderful show known as Friends.
That's right, James. Oh, I mean Frank and James.
Once again, wouldn't
So
know.
I got a little more information from you on Friends, James. You know that there was not a laugh track, that it was in front of a live
Oh,
studio.
get the fuck out of town.
There you
No.
go. It was.
It was in
yep.
front of. Go ahead and
We're
Google
going
it,
on.
my friend, and Google never lies.
Well,
Google
hey,
it.
how you doing? Because I'm doing terrible. Let's get the fuck
Yeah,
on with the
it is
match.
in front of a
please.
live audience.
We're here
They
to
did
discuss
wait
the
for
match,
sing-
not some
they
fucking
did wait.
overhyped
They
bullshit
did wait
show.
for the laughing, and they just wanted to fuck with you on
They
it. But anyway,
piped it in like
We talking about
WWE.
Frazier?
Get the hell out of town.
Frazier was good too.
We're talking about Seinfeld?
Oh,
Santa
Well,
Jesus
sack,
Christ.
Santa sack to the window. Glass shatters. Adam,
No, to the wall. Sorry.
how dangerous was this spot? Because it looked absolutely. This was the match. Like this was the match to me. It looked absolutely brutal with that glass shattering. Was it dangerous?
Probably sugar glass.
Adam, what the fuck? Are you gonna answer the
Thank
question, or are you gonna sit there like an idiot?
Whoa.
The sugar glass.
That's not the Christmas
Are
spirit,
we sure?
Scrooge.
How can we tell the difference between sugar glass and real glass?
Yeah, Adam.
Taste it. If it doesn't cut your tongue, it's sugar glass. If it cuts your tongue, it's sugar
Oh
glass.
my God.
You know, sometimes things look so good on paper, then I say them out loud. It's just like that. But then I say
What?
Shawn Michaels tights, and you guys talk for 25 minutes.
How cheap is sugar glass?
Don't
Because
say
I mean, those
that with
windows look
Frank
pretty
on here,
good.
man.
I'm about
Come
to
on.
redo my windows.
Let's
Frank
talk
probably
about
knows
some
what
You
Oh,
just tell by the
man.
way it breaks, the sound and everything. It's like a duller. Yeah, you just had to hear it.
I got you.
You-
Great.
Do you guys think that last Santa Claus was a fan of DX?
Listen, we're getting there. Triple H as Santa Claus with the suck it sign. Frank, how often did you do this as a child,
The suck it sign.
or as a I guess a teenager?
That's a trick
I
question.
did the suck it sign every day. I even did the suck it sign at my graduation. So
Oh, boy.
on the stage. So, yes, I did it a lot.
Frank Bruno, get your diploma, shake hands. And if you're not down with that, I do hurt
Like,
for you.
Everyone's
Hey,
flipping
principal.
their tassels over.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing the thing. It's crazy.
That's
Steve,
hilarious.
we have limited crowd interaction because it's in a boiler room. Does this make you feel different in 2022 than maybe it did then? Because of the COVID-19, because of COVID and being in front of no crowd for so long, does it make you feel different to have no crowd interaction looking back on a match now that maybe, how did you feel then compared to now?
Not too bad because they did it with Sting and Darby. Like if they got to go away from the ring, it's done a little bit. I mean, it's done a little bit differently now, but I mean, it don't feel no different to me, really.
Movie matches are bullshit. I know this wasn't a movie match, but movie matches are bullshit.
Thank
I feel,
you.
I feel like they did what they had to do at the time, though. I mean, now I don't want them. but-
Well, I'm speaking completely on the AEW Revolution movie match with Sting. That was complete bullshit.
Yeah, that was shit.
all right, but was the Undertaker's match bullshit? The Boneyard match?
I wasn't there. I was actually at the
okay,
arena.
so being there is different, of course.
Well, yeah, because I didn't pay all this money to go see Sting on a goddamn movie screen. I could have stayed home and done that. Sorry, still bitter about that pay-per-view.
Yeah, but then it wasn't on a movie
exploding
screen.
ring match. Remember that.
Triple H, Santa wins. Mike, was this too short of a match, or was it just for what it was? Or
No, it was just what it was. It was them going out there beating the hell out of me.
Adam, was there anything they could have added?
Him and Triple H were feuding at the time.
Yeah.
So
True.
No, Adam. Okay.
What happened? I'm watching both of y'all go back and forth.
So Frank, we had plenty of Santas here. Should they have added a couple elves?
Given the time period, they should have had some Mrs. Clauses with some cleavage.
Hell yeah.
that would have been nice. Yeah,
Puppies.
dude, Steph.
Yeah,
we
that's
had,
more, need more MDAs. Yeah, here we go.
yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, 4.5
that match.
minutes. Long ass match.
All right.
Ends
So,
with,
Minutes,
Triple H
4.5
saying-
stars.
I knew I should have wrote that down.
so I
That's
have,
what it was. 4.5 minutes, 4.5 stars.
That's right.
We're gonna ask one of these questions now, and then we're gonna ask another of these questions after, because none of them are particularly about the match. They're just about Christmas.
Gotcha.
Amy Vaughn wants to know. I want to know what everyone is getting for Christmas besides Brad. Everyone knows he's getting a lump of coal.
Oh my god.
So Frank,
Hmm.
what are you getting for Christmas, pal?
I am getting a hefty credit card bill.
Atta boy.
And whatever you're getting sent in the mail.
That's the Christmas spirit. Paying for
That's
Christmas and
actually
getting the
spirit
credit
now.
card
It's
bill.
expensive.
Like, you got to keep your job, right? Merry Christmas.
I got to get my job, and I'll probably get a 12-pack. So I'll be happy.
Frank's getting something in the mail. Don't let him tell you that. He's getting something.
Yeah, from Sorensen.
I like how Adam's like,
That's-
don't
that's
let him
between
tell
them,
you,
but-
and then mentions it like, don't make him tell you.
Do they still do those mail-in brides?
Oh, I know.
How
I
much
can't.
are they actually?
I
Well,
don't
that's
need
a
to-
different
I
Maybe
don't need to be-
Sorensen can
wait.
check it for us when he goes to Japan.
Yeah, right. I thought they were from Asia or something.
I would live like a king if I
That's
was
so
able to go to
racist.
Japan, you know?
Hey,
Yeah,
for
whatever.
$1 you can.
What are you getting? Anything?
You know what's funny is we mainly like, hey, bill money. Like, hey, here's my login to my electric company, pay that. You know, some
That's
shit
just
like
it.
that.
That's just it. I mean, no
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what my wife buys me for Christmas.
Yeah, my
What?
mom wanted to
Yeah,
get
her
me.
money.
We talked about possibly a computer, maybe a refurbished one. And then as the time is coming and going, same thing to her. Hey, because my mom likes to get gifts, you know, like she doesn't like, oh, I'll just give you money. She likes to get gifts, you know, it means something to her. And I get that because that's how it's always, you know, like she wants to, she can give me money anytime type of thing. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. She can always send me money here and there. But she wants Christmas to be about a gift and something that like, because I always choose something that tries to like have a run life, you know what I mean? Not just something flash in the pan gift because that's stupid. As an adult, as a kid, fuck yeah, toys and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
this year she was like, hey, what do you want? You know, we look around computers and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And then the other day I called her and she was like, hey, what do you want? Have you looked at anything? You know, you can send me the link and all that. We can talk about it. And I was just straight up like, you know what? I would honestly like, you know, if you just want to pay a bill, you know, like any one of them, like for a month, I'm golden with that, you know? I mean, I know that sounds stupid and all that stuff. It's not like my bills are like crazy expensive, but
My
mean,
parents doing the same thing, James.
free 30
Yeah,
free 30
Look
days.
over
You
my
know what I'm
rent for
saying?
January.
All of my like utility bills are definitely under $100. Like they're not expensive, but it's just like
My,
it'd be cool
my,
to not pay it.
yeah,
You know?
my mom and my stepdad, they do the same thing. They're big on Christmas, especially now for us kids. Like we're older. And so they always, what do you want? What do you want? And they try to spoil us a little bit for that.
Yeah.
And usually I say, hey, just send me $200-300 just in cash. Help me out. Christmas is usually a hard time, I said, just send me $200-300. Help me get gifts for the kids. Oh, no, we'll buy them presents. I said, I know, but I mean, it'll be gifts from Santa Claus. So they said, no, they don't like it. So I get to pick 3 things. So this year I said, send me $200-300 for cash, or I want like a PS5, or like a 70, or like
I
a
did say that
75
one
inch.
too. I was like, I was gonna PS5.
Yeah, or a 75-inch TV. So you like that's all I want. Like you pick one of those 3, and that's what I'll take. So granted, I got $200-300 from them, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's like we didn't have the means really growing up, so I think my mom like really sees like, because the family growing up and all that stuff didn't really have that pinky out shit like Brad have 3 entrees as an appetizer.
yeah.
But over
hey,
time, like
send me a couple $100. I can pay my bills and get Christmas.
Brad turns his nose up to filet mignon and shrimp and all this, that, and the other just for pimento and cheese and ham sandwiches.
I'm not saying my mom is wealthy by
I'm
any
a
means,
sandwich
but
guy.
she wants to give now that she can, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Ah, that's great. Adam, you said the same thing?
Mine are in the same boat. So
Yeah.
Adam, you said the same thing?
Yeah, every year they'll ask me, do you want such and such, or do you just want us to cover your rent for the month? And that helps a lot. Plus, I usually get like a Georgia
Fucking
pullover,
rent.
or
Hell yeah.
something like that, or I'll get like a new shirt, or you can't go wrong with pullovers and shirts with me.
Yeah.
So
My mom got a hoodie. She don't listen to us at all. I kind of told her like, hey.
Well, my daughter's getting me another Georgia hoodie
she got a
because she feels bad for taking my other one.
So I'm actually
getting
getting
one for Christmas to replace the one that I got for Christmas last year.
I'm getting I don't have a laptop. I use my daughter's, and I'm getting a laptop. I'm getting a laptop this year for this reason.
Is that a Brad paid by Brad?
Brad put it on his Brad put it on his Best Buy card. And my wife
from Brad to Brad.
My wife said, "I'll pay for it." I'm like, well, "It's the same money. What do you mean?" That's the thing about
growing up when my mom would buy gifts like
her account,
she'd buy shit for herself and wrap it and put from Santa and put it under the tree, growing up. So when we would open presents, she'd be like, "Oh, Santa got me this, like lotion, body wash, like whatever bullshit, Like, oh, Santa was thinking of me." Like it would always be funny. It's funny jokes, man. Christmas is cool.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Not in Thanksgiving, but Christmas is cool.
So anyway, that's I'll save the second question for after the next match. So back to you, James. Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah. Well, seems like we're all in the Christmas spirit. It's all about the good times, good vibes, and good things to be had. That being said, let's keep the good times a rolling with Adam's topic. So, Adam, what you got for us?
All right. So I'll tell you about a little something that kind of gripes me, that kind of irritates the crap out of me.
Grinds your gears?
Oh my God, yep, grinds my gears. It gripes me, boy. Ooh. It's something so simple, but when I tell you about it, you'll be like, yeah, I agree. So you're going down the highway, going down the road, whatever, and you see the sign that says, road or lane ending, merge over. Okay, yeah. Well, they're kind of stuck, and you're going down the road, you're kind of going beside each other, and that lane's about to end. So you start to slow down, and you just, you're the nice person, nice Samaritan, you let them over. And when you let somebody go over, do you guys expect a little, just a little, thank you, a little wave, just a little acknowledgement. That's all I want. Thanks, buddy. Just something. I didn't get that little wave the other day. You talking about pissing me off? I go through the trouble of slowing down and let this asshole over, and you can't give it that little nudge like thanks, buddy, or nothing.
All you gotta do is put your hand up.
And
You ain't even
nudge,
gotta
man.
wait.
All you gotta do
Just
is just right there in the middle. If you're driving, right there, you can see right there. Just the wave. That's all you gotta do. Just a little. Just that's it. That's all you gotta do. Some stranger lets you over, so you don't have to stop, or you don't hit these cones, pylons, whatever. And you can't stop for 2 seconds and think, I should thank him. No way. That's all it takes.
yeah.
So when somebody lets you over, take 2 seconds and give them a fucking wave. That's all. I mean, it's not that hard. Because when I don't get the wave, I want to put them in the wall.
That's true. And see,
I
here's the
turn them
thing.
into Dale
'Cause
Earnhardt, I want to put their ass in the wall.
you did the deed by slowing down, letting them in, which let's say
I
that they were
sacrificed my
jackass
gas
and you were a
mileage.
jackass, and just kept going, and then he tried to force himself in. Then the cars behind you get all fucked up. Like, what
This
Adam did
asshole doesn't wave or nothing.
saved a
So we
lot
get
of
on down the road, and I pass this asshole. It's an 85-year-old lady, so I felt terrible. I felt so bad.
There, now it's coming full circle.
I felt so bad. She could barely sit on the steering wheel.
Freaking phenomenal.
I felt so bad.
You didn't even know you were there.
It was horrible. And I'm going to hell in gasoline dipped underwear.
Freaking phenomenal.
I mean, but anyway, give him the wave. Just a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
it's not saying that you have to like wave and get out, give them a goddamn thank you card, but just a little
You
hand
got to
up.
go out this number.
Just a hand up.
You
Most
got
of the
your
time-
hands out here.
You lower your window a little bit, get a little hand out, like it lower it up. Yeah.
You can usually see between the two seats. You can see the rearview mirror, the person in front of you. All it takes.
You know what? It's just about being polite. And I totally get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is this
She can at least
bullshit?
put her cane up the window and say thanks or something.
You know what? I'll give you another one. And I know this is your time, but this pisses me
Well, I
off.
mean, I should have noticed the handicap sticker too, and I didn't. So I feel like I'm at fault for that. But
It just keeps coming. It
Right.
just keeps coming. What about when someone walks right out of the grocery store and they have that crosswalk that they can go onto, but they come out 100 miles an hour with their head down, just start walking and don't even look? Fuck them.
Walmart's bad about that.
How about looking both ways? How about looking both ways before you cross the street when you were taught when you were 2
No,
years
they
old?
come out the door like this.
Yeah, and then they're like, "What the fuck, dude? Why are you stopping?" Assholes.
Especially when you're already in motion, because like you don't see him. Because you slow down, like, okay, nobody's here, I can go right now. And then all of a sudden, like,
You let them walk by. You know what you should do when you let them walk by? You know what you should get? No
A
way.
wave. A wave.
See?
Well, see, when you're talking about grocery stores, what about when you go to a grocery store and you go down an aisle and you need one thing and you got somebody sitting right there on their phone in front of that one thing you need and you sit down just waiting?
Bro,
you
I work
walking
at a
down the
grocery
aisle.
store. I work at a grocery
and you
store.
wait.
And let's say
You got to go down the end of the aisle, and you got two people walking side by side, and you can't get to the potato chips because they're sitting there looking at 3 liters.
Yes.
I don't know if they want grape or
Or
strawberry.
they're stopping and talking.
Get
God,
the
that
hell
pisses
out of
me
the
off.
way. I
They
need my
just have a
potato chips.
full-blown
Is there
conversation.
something I
Yes.
can help you with? Is there something I can help you with? They get this.
Like, I need
meat
that-
off.
I need that macaroni and cheese right there. Like,
For real.
are you
When
like?
I'm stalking
you're
something,
just sitting there
and somebody
looking.
just,
They're
like,
sitting there
farts
talking about
in the
Kimmy and
floor.
Tommy and everything. Who gives a
Gross,
shit?
gross,
Get out of the
gross.
way.
Why are they there as a couple? One person go shopping, please. I don't need both of you talking about the same spaghetti sauce.
Yes, exactly. And they're
Hey,
just
I
right there in the front. The one thing, like the one.
Yeah.
I want that Spider-Man
get out of
Spider-Man
the
mac
way.
and
I just
cheese
get out of
right
the
there.
way.
That's what I
I
want.
get out of the aisle.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it. Not that
I'm
important.
going to refrain on this because I'm going to definitely expand on this a little later. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, that was
Yeah.
fun. Thanks, Adam.
But I
Yeah,
do.
thanks, Ed.
But the fond memories of the grocery store, my grandmother, and I don't know if your grandparents did this. Like my granddad would take my grandmother because my grandmother never learned how to drive, so my granddad had to take her everywhere.
Mine either, bud.
Smart.
So when he took her to the grocery store, she went down every single aisle, no matter if she needed it or not. And if she seen a sale on something, she got it. No matter what it was.
I go down every aisle.
She could have bought it 2 days ago. Oh, it's on sale. She buys it again.
And it's on sale for
we
like
just
9
bought
cents,
that, but
right?
It's on sale. We gotta get
You
it
know
on
what?
sale.
They might have raised the price. They might have raised the price.
Yeah.
But if it's that green
It's-
thing, It says it's on sale, 2 for $5. I'm in. It might even be up in price.
We just bought 5 of them yesterday, Mama. Well, yeah, but it's on sale. We gotta.
Hey, we're good. We can expand on this topic here in a little bit. Just saying, hint, hint. But
I do have one other thing to say this. Because this Walmart,
man.
I told y'all this would stir up a conversation.
Adam was talking about traffic, man. We ain't talking about grocery because I think we're going to talk about that later. If you get hint.
I am. It's not about the grocery. It's not about the grocery area.
All right.
They don't give out the free cookies anymore. I got 2 shitty ass, bratty ass kids in a buggy. How do I calm them down? I give them a cookie. Right?
Keep their ass at home.
Calm. I should, but when I can't and I gotta take them, give them. Hey, I'll give you a cookie. You be good, right? Boom. There's
Either that or y'all should take turns sitting in the front of the buggy. You and the kids.
Yeah, I mean we can do
they
something.
They can push you through the aisle, and they can push into the aisle.
Our Walmart does not give out free cookies anymore because of the whole COVID thing. Like, what the hell?
You had a Walmart give out free cookies?
Yes.
Also, what the fuck is a buggy? It's a cart. It's a shopping
buggy.
Cart.
It's a buggy.
Shopping buggy.
God, baby Jesus.
It used to be a buggy. Now it's a cart.
It's a buggy.
Whatever.
Me and Frank have this conversation every time I come to Louisiana. It's a buggy.
I think we can talk about
they should give out free cookies
a little bit. But we got to keep the ball rolling. And what better way to keep this train on the tracks than Devin? So, Devin, what's your topic?
Since Devin ain't here, piss on him. Can the people at home listen? Can we just practice the wave? When you get time, just in your spare time, just
to let everybody
know.
We did not even address that Devin wasn't here.
I think.
So I think Frank should give us a topic. How about that? Devin don't want to play with others.
Yeah. Well, since Devin, just remember out there, fans, Devin hates us and Devin hates you.
He said he didn't want to be here. Too close to
He was like, you know what? The limelight's getting in my eyes, and I don't
freaking Devin Rose.
More important things to do.
I don't know what it is.
I have more important things to do. I can do 6 days out of the week, anytime. I'm going to pick this time on this day.
Freaking Devin or.
And what better way to, let's replace it with Frank. So, Frank, 3 times on the show. Frank, what you got, man?
Didn't read the outline. He doesn't know.
Well,
I feel like he should get a jacket like on Saturday Night Live.
But I do have a topic. I do have a topic for you.
I wonder what Frank Bruno I sent the outline to.
What did you use my Gmail or my
Gmail?
Okay. I'll go check it again. I went and looked when we were talking earlier. It's not there.
James Elkerai, now Brad Stanton.
Okay. So I do have, living where I live now and trying to understand the South. There's something that I don't quite understand, and I was hoping some people could shed some light.
Maybe choose your next words.
It's a buggy.
Son.
It's a cart.
There's these things that are on a lot of the corners here, and they're shaped like a
prostitutes.
They're shaped like a square, and they have a bag in them, and they have this hole on top where you can put your fucking trash. Okay, I don't understand why people choose to just throw their shit on the floor or the ground. Why people are just coming here and trashing the place.
Yep.
They literally have to hire people to clean the sidewalks in the French Quarter because there's so much shit from people coming off of Bourbon Street.
Piss, puke, other fluids.
I don't understand.
Because the Bourbon Street trash cans are always full.
True.
Well, I'm also going to talk about one last thing that happened while Adam was here with me and we were driving up Bourbon Street.
Oh, God.
To the man that thought it would be great to walk around with your pecker hanging out your fly.
Whoa, what did he do?
Anybody notice?
Yeah. I did.
Frank did. I was about to say he's talking about it.
A magnifying glass?
Well, anyway.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I have to tell you that I feel as though I'm in Bizarro world down here. So what I'm
I got
trying
in
to
trouble
say,
for that too, though. I'm sorry, I did get in trouble for that.
keep
Go
your
figure.
PPs in your pants and use the goddamn trash can. So
I
then
love.
we could fix our infrastructure around here instead of paying for people to clean up after your asses.
I
Murder
love that
Street
Frank
smells like
has
ass,
that.
sweat, and weed.
I love that Frank has this trash, topic and everything, because I remember being at Talk About Weekend 1, and me, Frank, my dad, I believe Michael Amend, Mark Nelson, probably somebody else. We all went downtown to eat lunch, and there's a. I'm not wanting to talk on people's mental state, but I would assume he was on drugs, and he's wobbling around, and of course Frank's wearing a jersey, so. I said, hey, don't make eye contact with that dude. Don't make eye contact with that dude. And someone who I believe was Frank was like, oh, sure as shit. This dude walks up to us. I'm assuming he's homeless. He's like, this is Chicago. In Chicago, we throw our trash away. In Chicago, we recycle. And he walks right up to Frank's face. He goes, so recycle, motherfucker. And Frank's like, recycle. You remember that?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, talking about that.
I tell that story.
Recycle, motherfucker.
I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, I'm wearing a Cubs jersey. Like, why is he picking on me? What's going
I
on?
walk past that and I go, that's the most aggressive PSA I've ever been involved in. Because he's just like screaming downtown. This is Chicago. This is my city. In my city, we recycle. So recycle, motherfucker.
What the hell is going on? Oh, God.
The most aggressive
Oh,
PSA
it's
of
a
all time.
Longhorn
So the
Steakhouse.
fact that you pick what's that?
Nothing.
So the fact that you picked a recycle topic, hilarious, or a trash topic was hilarious to me. See? Maybe that guy turned a new leaf for you, Frank, Most aggressive PSA ever.
I wish I felt that passionate about anything, like he
Right?
felt about recycling.
True. Yelling in strangers' faces about it.
Adam, were you there?
No,
What
I
are
remember
you?
hearing about it right after y'all got back.
Who was the other person?
Like y'all got
I
out
got
of the
yelled
Uber
at by a
talking about
homeless.
it.
I got yelled at by a homeless person. I was stuck in a room with Carl Mandick, and I left Chicago with COVID. So it was a great trip. I had a great time. I think very fun.
Oh yeah.
Frank always has great times on all these trips, and we all link up.
I learned from my mistakes, though.
Hey, man, drama free, brother.
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus. So is that all you got for us, Frank?
That's all I had. Yeah.
Well, mother of fuck. I guess it is my turn. And, on the outline, it says the spirit of Christmas with James, because Lord knows it's one of my favorite holidays. I mean, I shit on it all through November, but I mean, I really do love Christmas and all that stuff. I hate Christmas at work because I work in a grocery store and I work on a commissary, which is a military grocery store on the base. And I'm not one to, how am I going to dance around this? I appreciate what the veterans and stuff have done for my country. Obviously, their spouses, I think, take a little too much entitlement of that type of thing because they act like we should wait on them hand and foot, I guess you could say. So
They think they're the veterans, don't they?
what's that?
They probably think that they're the veterans.
Oh boy, hey, we serve too, is a thing, and I'm not here to degrade anyone because whatever, but yeah, there's a whole lot of we serve too stuff. But anyway, what I'm saying is they think that they deserve everything, like just because we're military base. Oh, you guys always get every product that you order and all this stuff. Y'all are military. Well, COVID kind of changed the game. Distribution and everything's been a hassle since COVID, and they're just, oh, you're out of this. Oh, well, and like blaming me for ruining their holidays and stuff. Like, oh, well, I can't make gravy without cornstarch. What am I going to do? I was like, I don't know. What are you going to do? Don't care. Figure it out. We're out of it. And then I hear like, oh, at Publix they have this. Oh, Walmart they have this. Well, feel free to shop there.
Go to fucking Publix.
That's what I'm saying. But it's just like, I'm just ready for the fucking holiday season at work to be over. At work being the main component. Because, I actually do like Christmas. I know I shit all over it during November because I hate people skipping November. But the spirit of Christmas, it's as shitty as the job may seem, but sometimes as entitled and all that bullshit. I got the homies right here. I miss Christmas with the family because I live here obviously, but I was always the guy that would pass out the gifts at the Christmas. More than likely, I'd be cutting the turkey if we had a turkey. They pass that task to me. Love that. And of course, It's a Wonderful Life, best Christmas movie. I know everybody here shits all over it, and that's bullshit.
I love that movie.
You're damn right. Thanks, Adam. Hey, man. We used to watch it every year on Christmas, actually. But yeah, the holiday season, it's weird how everybody's like so joyous and everything, but then you go to a grocery store and you're the biggest assholes on the planet. I digress. But, outside of my job and outside of everything, and I just want to, let everybody know I do like Christmas. Christmas is a good holiday. I love it. It's just, it's a bit much sometimes. And hope everybody has a good holiday season. Hope everybody has a great Christmas with their family, loved ones. Reminiscing of some that we have lost, maybe. That's always going to be sad. But, swing it on forward. Like, life's going to go. And it's on us to honor them and do better, be better, see better, learn better, everything like that. So Christmas kind of culminates the year. Everybody gets together, but it should be like a time with everyone as a group and then a launching pad to the future. What is next year going to hold for us? So I guess the spirit of Christmas is happy holidays to everyone. Be safe when you're traveling and, hey, enjoy the time with your loved ones because Lord knows you never know how long they're going to be here. So
exactly. Enjoy the time. No matter who you're around, enjoy the time with them.
Don't be assholes in retail and enjoy the time with your family.
Because you just never know what can happen, man. You really don't.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I do got a question for you, James, because I read something. I need to know if it's true.
Uh-oh.
Little Debbie's are out of the military grocery store.
That is 100% correct. They got out October 1st, I think.
Fuck is that about? Because I can still buy my Walmart.
It's a money thing, man.
Because they're going to Big Deborah's.
The military commissaries pretty much get their shit at cost because you're feeding the servicemen and the veterans and all that stuff. So they try to get things at cost. Well, when doing that, some of these corporations do have to do like a profit loss thing. And Little Debbie was like, because they were like, hey, we want you in at this price, and they were like, no. So Little Debbie ended that, and I'll put that on record saying that Little Debbie's the one that didn't re-sign their contract because they
Little
felt
Debbie was just too young to be taking money. That's what it was.
Because it's pretty much
fucked up.
So they gave it to her mama, Big Deborah.
Profits, but it's kind of sort of non-profit. So yeah, Little Debbie didn't re-sign their contract. So yeah, they're not selling them in.
I was almost a lot of pissed off because I'm like, Little Debbie's are going out, like no more. And then I read the article and said, nope. Just the military. I'm like, all right, cool, but fuck you. Like, come on now.
It's because they, they wanted to get their money, and the military was like, hey, man, no. Like you're doing this.
Military people deserve Little Debbie's.
They're gonna start carrying the generic brand Little Freddy's.
Right.
Oh, there we go, Little Freddy's.
Waka waka.
They got the little chocolate wieners.
Oh my god.
We got them here we got them in town.
What the fuck?
Well, hey, man, I mean,
$20 gets y'all the chocolate wieners you want.
Jesus Jones. Well, in the spirit of Christmas, I think we need to, and I think I'm going to surprise a lot of people with my reactions to the Smash. But I think it's time to talk about the second match, which is John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. It is a Miracle on 34th Street fight. I don't know where you put the emphasis at. Miracle on 34th Street.
Street fight.
Or Miracle on 34th Street fight, but that's what it is. It took place on a Monday Night Raw. This Raw was taped on December 18th, but it aired on Christmas Eve, which is December 24th in 2012. It took place at the PPG Paints Arena. I think it was called like Console Arena or Console, however you pronounce that. It was called that at the time, but it's the PPG Paints Arena because, money talks. And in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, good part of Pennsylvania, not I digress. It had a TV rating of 2.2 and had a match length of just a little bit under 15 minutes. And Meltzer gave this one 4.5 stars. So I don't know his rating system thing, but it seems to be off on this
It's called
episode.
John Cena. That's his rating system.
Probably so.
Mhm.
Cena.
Oh, Cena's
Melvin's
nutsack.
rating system has been off this episode. I'll tell you that much.
Dun, dun,
Easter
dun, dun.
But,
Oh, by the way, he'll be on SmackDown tomorrow.
But hey, this is seems like a good match. A Miracle on 34th Street fight. Man, Adam, how did we get there?
All right, so I had to go back and watch this one, and it upset me
Good.
because
I
I
have to watch
forgot.
damn near the whole episode of Raw to get this.
I actually watched the one before this and this one just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Go all the way back to the Rumble.
I didn't go back that
Shout
far.
out Devin.
Yeah, Devin.
I
would.
did go back to where Alberto Del Rio
He
and the Miz
he
were
would've put the
partners.
WrestleMania
In the
beforehand.
Rumble and got a title shot. I'm kidding.
I mean, what kind of team is Alberto Del Rio and the Miz? I mean, that's just weird to me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
So I guess he's so mad at the Miz that the next week he decides to jump in his car, go out when he wasn't supposed to, and just run over Santa.
Right? What an asshole.
What kind of human being runs over Santa Claus? I mean, if you were to turn heel, that's the quickest way to do it. You run down Santa,
True.
especially in the middle of giving his gifts out. I mean, poor Santa, he was just out there doing his thing, and just looking around. He hears a horn beeping, so of course you get curious, what's going on? And the next thing you know, he's on the ground with a tree on his head. Now, Alberto Del Rio's, it was an accident, and his partners were crying. And later on in the show, y'all noticed the hood was popped. I
Yeah.
think somebody tried to steal the battery when nobody's looking. But
That's what they were
no,
doing
this
there.
asshole runs over Santa Claus. I mean, I thought that was the end of Christmas, but then right at the very end, we had that little glimpse of hope.
Right? He
We
started
get that
twinkling his
thumbs up.
feet.
We get that signal. We get that thumbs up. Call back. We get that little hand gesture that, hey, he's going to be okay. So he's in the training room, and Booker T says, well, he's just got one suggestion. He wants John Cena to beat Alberto Del Rio in the street fight. So Alberto Del Rio walks up. He might have been walked up by then. But here comes John Cena. What are you doing, man? Just over the top. A little too much acting for Cena. I mean, his stuff as Peacemaker was better than this. But I was actually watching that today, too. That's kind of funny. But this is a little over the top, but it was still all in good fun. I mean, it's Alberto Del Rio's an asshole. You'll never run over Santa.
Of course.
Right?
He should
Yeah,
have got the
who the
bowling
fuck
ball
is
in the
that?
balls 3 times. He asked me. But
So right before the match, we see Santa
Wait,
on the
beep.
stretcher,
Beep, beep.
and then the music turns into Jingle Bells, which I thought was,
that's later in the training room.
Peter hey, man. Actually,
That's in the training room.
correct.
Yeah.
So John Cena's entrance, more cheers than boos, Mike. What did you think here at this point?
It's 50-50. Same
I
thing.
didn't see him come out.
John Cena sucks.
What was piped
Never
in?
gets
though?
old. Cena
You
sucks.
can tell some shit was piped in.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
I will
Same people
say, when
say
you
it.
see
Same people
Santa
say it.
hitting them toes
Same
together,
people
man,
say it, yeah.
Many people say it's all bullshit till you get there. It's
I seen Santa. I didn't see Cena. I'm sorry.
this guy. So James, is this the PG era at its best or what?
My God, that's funny you say something. Well, actually, it's at the end when I but
Okay.
yeah, this is a holiday thing, keep the crowd happy, it's babyface stuff, like they ran over Santa or they hit Santa, blah, blah, like
No,
come on.
it was Alberto
I mean-
Del Rio's ass.
Exactly. You know what audience this is catered to, and you knew this is gonna be a feel good, like send the crowd home happy type shit. You know what I mean?
So Adam, we haven't talked much about Del Rio on this show, and there's reasons because of his personal life that we haven't. But is he as a wrestler, how good is he? And is he overrated or underrated?
He's not overrated by no means. And I hate his personal life got in the way of his work rate, because if you watch some of his stuff in Mexico, he's amazing, man. He was on Lucha Underground. He was good there. I mean, he was, yeah. Amazing wrestler. Definitely not underrated. I think he should have been right there with Cena. And, I think he won the championship once or twice, didn't he?
Twice.
Yeah.
Price.
So yeah, he's definitely where he needs to be.
Hey Frank, so I've played Santa at my church and at my work actually this weekend. It has a strange effect on people, adults and kids. Seeing Santa get hit by a car, what kind of effect does that have on you?
Look, I need to be real honest here. I thought it was hilarious.
Why I asked the questions, Frank? I don't look for an answer you have to give me. I mean,
I thought it was funny.
You're the devil.
The whole build to like the match, that whole in the back, and then they open the door, and I can't remember his name now. He comes out and you see Santa's feet. Like the whole, I thought it was funny, well done. It was definitely PG at its best, but it was hilarious.
Alberto Del Rio's announcer crying the whole time when he's announcing him.
Yeah.
He can't get a word out because he's crying. It was
the whole thing.
Such good shit.
That's brilliant.
Cena and Del Rio were jawing in the ring. James, who are the announcers for this evening?
Oh, glad you asked. It was Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler.
That's some combo, huh?
Christmas time. I mean, the other one had Jim Ross and Michael Hayes. This one has Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler. So I think it's kind of a pre-tape type,
Did y'all hear Michael Cole say, I hope I get something good because I've been a good Michael Cole this year.
he does a good
That
job.
taught me. I couldn't help it. They got me.
He gets some heat, but he's good. Mike, what exactly is a Miracle on 34th Street match?
Street fight.
I thought it had something to do with Freddy Krueger, but
Jesus Christ.
I guess I was wrong.
All right.
It's child's play, Mike. It has to do with Chucky.
Oh, Chucky.
Cena into the stairs.
Who would win out of Chucky versus Freddy?
No, Jesus.
Freddy. Adam, should they have put a mask on Del Rio at any point?
No, not at all.
Well, wait, he is a luchador, though.
He's a little too tall to be luchador, though.
Oh, yeah?
I think he's over the weight limit, too. I think he's over the 205, 215.
So you can't have a mask on if you're over a certain weight?
It is the tradition. Luchador is more of the smaller, quicker guys.
It's educational, James.
You set him up. You set him up with that question. That was a total setup.
Is that why Dominic Mysterio doesn't wear a mask?
Traditionally, the mask, it resembles a lot in the luchador, in what their beliefs and everything. And Dominic don't, because what mask would he be wearing?
Listen, Frank, we have a lot of people at home that listen that are not wrestling fans, and sometimes I pick Adam's brain just to give everybody an idea of what even a luchador is and what this mask means. So thank you for that, Adam.
I mean, it's all tradition. Mexico has a big tradition down there to where a lot of them will pass their mask down. Like let's see here, like Blue Demon. He passes down to Blue Demon Jr. Dr. Wagner passes down. No Mascaras. I heard he wears his in the airports. Everywhere he goes, he's always got his on. It's just a tradition. And that's why the hair versus mask matches are so big, because of the heritage and the beliefs that they have in the mask. It ain't just something that they wear. It's a part of their family lineage. So when the luchador loses their mask, that's why they don't ever put it back on. They're not supposed to put it back on.
I thought it was lineage, but yeah, lineage sounds better.
Anderson.
No,
lineage, yeah, I got
Yeah.
Del Rio on the
It's
mic
lineage.
says it was an accident. Frank, did you think that Del Rio was a really good heel?
I felt he was a better heel than he was face.
When was he a face?
Oh gosh, he did
When he
face.
was with Paige.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh boy, no, he was face for a little while. And
He did face more
his
than
whole
once.
stick was made to be heel, so I felt.
Yeah, he's definitely a better heel for sure.
James, so you like him as a heel
Hey.
too?
I
He
wasn't
has
really
his
watching
arrogance
it
about
this
him.
time, but
I
he's a better
What is it,
heel.
Mike?
Yeah.
I got a question. Hey Frank, what are you eating?
Oh, you really want to know? I'm sorry.
I do. Yes,
Very
I do.
long work day, so I appreciate y'all. I am eating pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes. I love pizza rolls. What kind?
How very Mike and Necronomical.
These are pepperoni, and yes, I'm doing the fat guy thing, and I'm dipping them in ranch sauce.
That's
That's
my
even
son's
better.
go-to.
You know what you do? Put ranch and hot sauce together, mix it up. That's even great. Hey, have you ever tried pizza rolls with JR seasoning?
You're trying to find more ways to make me fatter, man.
I'm just telling you.
JR seasoning for
Awesome
sure. I'll
thing.
do that. I'll try it.
No, I'm try it. It's great.
All right, Del Rio.
What you want to do when you cook? Do you cook them in the microwave? Do you cook them in the microwave or oven?
Is this your fucking meat
oven.
minute or
That's what
what?
I'm
Did you guys
saying.
text-
No,
What
it's
the
not my
fuck
mic
are we
meeting.
doing right now?
This is a bonus Mike's minute. Microwave or oven?
Oven for sure.
Okay. Well, you want to put them in there and let them kind of thaw out a little bit, then pull them out and then put the seasoning on them and then put them back in.
All right, I'm going to try this
Oh,
for sure.
friggin'
It makes a big difference.
What does pull out
Just
mean?
saying. That's why you got kids.
Hey,
Del Rio hitting Cena with the microphone. James, is the finish ever in doubt here to you at all?
what did he say? What did he say before he hit him?
It was an accident.
Fucker.
Right.
Yeah, it was an accident. Bam, and hit him.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
heels
no.
lie.
Well, to answer your question, no. And I kind of alluded to that earlier. It's kind of that feel good, go home happy holiday, spirit. We all know who was winning. We just don't know how or how long the match is going to be.
Well, I know this was a no DQ match, but there was a point in the beginning where it got confusing when the referee was telling Del Rio to get off the top rope. So just want to throw that out there. That I thought the beginning was a little confusing, but
Did you hear that woman screaming the whole time?
yeah, she was into it.
Oh, man.
It was into somebody.
So Ricardo pulls the ref out of the ring to prevent a pin. Adam, was this better than a clean? So this was after a chair shot. I apologize. I missed my line there. There was a chair shot from Del Rio to Cena, and then, or from, I'm sorry, guys. Ah, shit.
It's good shit, pal.
So there was a chair shot, but to Del Rio, but Cena, but Ricardo Rodriguez pulls the ref out of the ring. Sorry that took so long, everybody. Was this a better result,
It's
like
your show,
that, like
Brad.
them just kicking out of the chair shot to have Ricardo actually pull the ref out of the ring?
Yeah, because
If you
it does. It's better.
Yeah, because I mean, if you got hit by a chair, are you gonna kick out at 3? Or are you
Well,
gonna
we've
stay
seen
there
Exactly.
people
until
kicked out before, and it makes it.
I think
unbelievable.
it saves the false finish in a kick out. Like, in the
But
psychology.
it is
of
John
it.
Cena.
Yeah.
I'm
And
surprised
you're
he
not,
was even
you're
able to
not,
see
you're
him.
not expecting somebody to pull the referee out more or less than you are expecting them to kick up. It's
So-
just a little something different.
Cena was chasing Ricardo. James, did you think Ricardo was a good manager here?
I think I did. Hold on. I think he did a good job. He was doing a lot of good stuff. I did. This was like I said, I really wasn't watching around this era. Like I would, tap in every now and again, but I think he did a lot of good shit in this match, being what he needed to do, like that type of thing.
Now, let me tell you, the next Raw, he takes one for the team, and the Shield is attacking. I want to say Al Snow or somebody, and here he comes, and he sacrifices himself, and they beat the hell out of that guy. I feel so bad for him. He took one for the team. All 3 Shield members beat the shit out of him right there before they walked out the door.
Hey, and he is like,
Well,
Santa, like he's doing his part on this match.
He is a wrestler, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not
he is.
mistaken.
Yeah,
So-
he's had some training here.
So, Mike, did you like the cat and mouse in this with everybody chasing everybody in and out of the ring, the heels luring him in, that kind of thing? Did you think that worked here?
It is what it is. You know what's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when they run around the ring and the one guy runs in the ring and the guy follows him, he's gonna get clotheslined or something.
It's
that's
heel
funny, Mike.
101.
Last week I asked you about the hot tag. You didn't have the same answer. We know what's going to happen there.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah, see that?
if you're a wrestling fan, you
Well-
know what's gonna happen. If you watch Raw and then next week you watch the next Raw, it's gonna be what's gonna happen.
It's heel 101.
Hey,
Yeah.
to Mike's defense, like, let's remember this is like heavily gimmicked. It's a Hollywood thing, or not Hollywood. It's Christmas. Like that's
I'm not going to
Well-
defend Mike. Mike thought the freaking 3 Stages of Hell match or whatever the hell that freaking cage match was that we saw 2 weeks ago was good. He said,
I do.
I loved it. Something like
I
that.
do.
I don't want to hear his
I
bullshit.
think we should
Well,
have
this
another
one's
one.
meant to be
WrestleMania.
cheesy
We
as
should
shit.
have
This
another one.
match is meant to be cheesy.
Right. But how many times have you seen that little go around thing where the heel runs in and the babyface runs in after him? How many times did the babyface get over on that one?
As often
And
as I
this
see a
is
hot
gimmick
tag,
heavy too.
as often as I see a hot tag. Del Rio opens the
Brad.
present.
Hey, Brad.
It's
Fuck you, Brad.
It's a pumpkin
Fuck
pie.
you, Brad.
It's Ricardo Rodriguez. Frank, is this exactly what you expect from a Christmas Eve match?
Every bit of it. I was watching. They have the Christmas trees wrapped around the post, and it was exactly what to expect, and it was in some areas predictable.
Hey,
and
you
knew the finish.
would you rather have a Christmas tree or advertisement on the post?
No, and this I think the Christmas tree fit.
I think a mirror works well.
Thank you.
Slim Jim.
Anyway.
Cena back on the offense, doing his moves. Del Rio and Cena out of the ring. Adam, do you have a favorite Del Rio match?
He honestly, anybody he worked with, I mean, he was one of those guys that could just give you a good match anytime they were with somebody. I mean, you can't just pick just one. I can't.
I can't either.
He's just
My
good.
favorite one is the one where he loses to Dolph Ziggler in the Money in the Bank match.
Hey, oh yeah.
And that was when he was a babyface and he didn't get. And who got all the cheers on that one? The heel cashing it in. Cena opens the present,
Damn right.
and it is a TV monitor, just what everybody wants for Christmas. Then we have a commercial.
That was the
break.
old time TV monitor.
It sure is. This is a commercial break recap.
It's
Del
a
Rio
classic.
takes control. Del Rio opens the gift and looks upset. Cena is just watching.
No.
bear.
Come on, man. You got to sell it better than that. Fucking
Yeah,
what's his
stop,
name is
come on.
going ape shit over it. His plus his dude, whatever his name
Ricardo
was.
Rodriguez.
Marquito.
Yeah, and he's like, bazooka, you know?
It's a John ass box too.
Yeah. Come on, Brad. Tell the story, man.
You know what? I'm going to add something that you didn't even think of. It's going to be very special. It's a teddy bear. He throws it at Cena. Mike, did this make you laugh first off? Did this make you laugh?
Of course. Wish it would have knocked Cena out, but
Well, here's the
It
thing.
didn't
Do
see Cena.
you think Shawn Michaels would have sold it?
damn right he would have.
Hell,
He
would've
would have
flew
done 3
off the
flips in the
damn stage.
background.
He would
That's
have flew
what I
off
was
the
saying.
stage onto a fucking landing pad.
He would've went-
on the other side.
if Shawn Michaels got hit with it, he would have went in the ring and then over the top rope.
Hell yeah.
That's
Well, the thing about this, like, I thought it was cool because he's like, bazooka, and then Del Rio opens the box, like, looks pissed. Like, this is the cheesy bullshit. But hey, man, it's Christmas, man. It's
It was my
Christmas
favorite
match.
part of the whole
And
match.
then he
And then
turns
pulls out
to
the
Cena
bear
and
it's
throws
like,
it at Cena.
"Ah," you know, because in reality, Cena could have beat his ass the whole time because he had his back to him.
But it really popped me with that
half.
teddy bear.
But,
To
you know,
Brad,
you
to
get the
answer
top
your
with the
question,
bear, and you turn
answer your
around and
question-
you throw it at Cena, bounces off his chest, and he goes, "Are we really doing this?" Like, yeah.
Del Rio and CM Punk had 2 or 3 good matches. So if
Well,
you want to
that's
watch a good Del Rio match, him and Punk.
Ooh, there you
Cena
go.
on the offense, Wreath over Rodriguez, Present over Rodriguez. Cole is really laughing out loud here. Michael Cole, he can't contain himself. Adam, as a wrestling purist, I mean, are you enjoying this? Are you not enjoying this? What is it?
I think you're allowed a substitution here, like Christmas. I think it's okay. You don't want to do it, like April 12th or whatever, just some random date. I mean, Christmas and having fun with it and getting the crowd into it, that's fine.
Right.
Now,
Del
if
Rio-
it's meant to be, if it's like, you can definitely tell, hey, this is gonna be just a fun gimmick match. Then yeah, we're good with it. So
What was that, James?
Well, speaking of the crowd stuff, I did like it's around this time in the match where when Cena was walking up that ramp and you hear the dueling chants, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. It's a Christmas match, definitely angled at children, it's Christmas, children, young kids, like probably less than 10.
what
And
was
it's
the
just
show
funny.
at?
It's a Christmas match, and let's go Cena. Cena sucks. And that's supposed to be like your hero of Christmas. And then half the crowd's cheering. Cena sucks.
But let's
thought that
go a
was
step further with that. Let's go a step
What
further.
was
with
this
that.
show at, though? What was this at?
This was at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
There we go, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
So
Pennsylvania.
then
The
you have
hardest crowd you can go against.
so you have the use the tree chance, James.
Use the tree. Use the tree.
Now, do you
Yeah.
think that was? Do you think that they were told to say that, or do you think they just said it? You think that was organic, or do you think it was on a monitor? Because that was really something.
Organic.
Yeah, I was about to say, how do you just put it on a monitor and people just start
If
chanting?
he
it?
happened to be standing
Oh,
beside
I
him.
think-
I'm saying they were told to say it.
By who?
Well,
I think if they
because
have-
he was
Does a
looking for
monitor
a present the
pop
whole
up say
time.
chant, use the tree?
Yeah.
Like, that makes no sense.
No,
Makes complete sense.
if they put on the
Cena's
speakers,
looking around for a box, and
Yeah.
then he hears it and was like, "What?"
If
And
he
then
wouldn't have been
grabs
looking
it.
around for a present, they wouldn't have done it. But since he was just looking around, hell, use the tree.
Use the tree. Yeah, because I want to say homeboy Ricardo or whatever may have unplugged it, because if you notice, Cena starts to go off and the cord kind of gets taut, which it may have unplugged on its own. But you got to remember, those are probably all plugged in together.
Yeah.
So when he starts
See-
running off of the tree, somebody has to make sure it doesn't fuck everything else up. So I don't know if it was. I kind of think that was ad lib, like by the crowd.
So Cena with the tree. Frank, how many wrestling ornaments do you have?
Oh, that's a loaded question, man.
Not really.
Well,
That's gold, Brad. That's a good question.
hold on a second. Really, I bought so many when WCW was hot. I have an entire collection of NWO black and white and red.
That's
And what-
enough for 2 Christmas trees.
Yeah. I'm looking at my WWE Championship belt ornament right now.
I asked the right guy.
I knew it. Yeah, when you asked it, I was like, "Oh yeah."
I have
Frank's
Ninja Turtle
not much.
ornaments. So
I have a DX. I have a DX ornament. I have, like literally,
I have Ninja Turtle underwear.
they were.
Borrows his sons.
I would say I have a couple.
Saves on
hundred,
laundry.
couple hundred of them.
A couple hundred. Oh, I
Maybe
didn't
that's
expect
and
that.
maybe that's
I
why I have
told
the
you.
most.
Hey, I have the entire Firefly Funhouse.
how many Funko Pops do you have, Frank?
I have a lot. Which I'm hoping to expand on when I go
Hey,
home.
can you pull a Sorensen and show us every single one of them?
And how many have you bought for other people?
I actually just sent 2 to somebody very special to me today.
Awesome.
But I've probably bought 10 or so for other people.
Awesome. So
No,
Cena
his
hits,
collection's in Rhode Island.
Cena hits Del Rio with the tree. Cena opens the bowling ball gift. Mike, this bowling ball shot had to hurt, right? Or would it miss you completely?
Oh, it would have missed me completely. That's for damn sure. I'd been all right.
Those Ninja Turtles would protect him.
That is
That's
such
right.
a badass way to ask that question.
Cena, another gift. Fire extinguisher. Del Rio and Cena back in the ring.
That is awesome.
Cena teasing.
Did you hear Michael Cole what he said? Oh, the old fire extinguisher under the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do kind of think it hit Del Rio because his face, like, ow, like real loud. So I think it kind of.
He was pretty close too.
Cena teasing the extinguisher, then Del Rio pleading because you know how much a fire extinguisher hurts. Cena,
That shit burns.
yeah, get out of here. Get
In
this-
real life, that shit burns you, but on the
It does burn.
WWE, it's probably.
I've been extinguished. It wasn't that bad.
Oh Jesus!
You gotta have the right one.
Extinguishes Del Rio. James, what was going on with the crowd here though? At this extinguisher moment, what did you think?
You know what's funny is you hear a bunch because here I am like a viewer at home and I'm kind of popping for this Christmas shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I really am. I'm into it. Like I get it. And I'm like a kid again, you know. Nostalgia has a lot to do with the wrestling. And during this match, I was like, man, like they knew who they were catering to. And as a child, you know, like your inner child's like, oh, this is badass. You know, they're you know, blowing the bullshit everywhere. What was your question? I'm sorry.
I got
Crowd
one.
at this point of this
Just went like this with your hand and said, blowing the bullshit everywhere.
Spraying white out. Oh, what was it again, Brad?
Well, see, them being in Philadelphia, or was it
No,
Pittsburgh?
no.
They were in Pittsburgh.
Okay, them being in Pitt,
What you hate is a good crowd.
them being in Pittsburgh, and you see the fire extinguisher, the crowd sees the white stuff, and all of a sudden everybody starts grabbing their straw.
Oh,
That's a good
that's
joke.
exactly right.
Get the fuck
Mike's is
out
right.
of here.
Hey, it's snowing in Pittsburgh, baby. It's snowing in Pittsburgh.
So, Adam, actually, going back to you, Ricardo puts a sleeper on Cena that looks pretty good.
Nah.
I thought it was pretty good
He didn't
considering it's
connect
John
the-
Cena
he
and a
didn't connect.
manager.
He
How
did
much
Did he
the-
fall asleep?
How much has anybody ever really in the last 15 years?
Yes.
The sleeper?
Yes. How many times? Yes.
Yeah, fuck.
If
Right.
it's done right, you can make them sleep.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
how much wrestling has Ricardo done?
I mean, he's not a world-renowned performer, but I mean, he's comfortable enough to be in there to have a match.
Hey, I can get Beth out here and we can do a sleeper and see how long it takes.
That sleeper
not-
looked better than a lot of the regular workers. Sleeper.
So
Hey,
now,
hey, everybody, good. Crop that out.
Christmas music. We have the Christmas music.
Yes.
Santa is back.
It's Santa Foley. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
Well, he's walking.
No, it's Ricardo with the bag, and it's Mick Foley.
That's the only Santa Claus that walks sideways.
We're giving
Oh,
Sacco to Del Rio into the AA from Cena.
No, man, come on, Brad. You were walking on. This is the biggest part of the match, bro.
ahead,
Santa
James.
comes out. Everybody in the crowd pops, man.
Oh,
This is
grass is gone.
I even wrote
James,
in
it's
my,
your show.
my notes. I legit popped when Santa Foley came, when Santa came out.
I was
This is
yelling.
badass.
I was
It's
yelling.
Christmas, bro. It's
I was
Christmas.
yelling.
It's the same today. Our fearless leader, John Cena, is getting, beat down. So our, Santa comes back. Oh my God! I thought he was dead in the, but the spirit
was
of
a great
Christmas
moment.
had his feet tapping each other before the match. You knew Santa was up to something, man. That's the Christmas spirit of, the boys and girls, everybody around the world, bringing Santa back. And then he goes back in to save, our dude. Bam! He bashes a homeboy over the head with the bag of the shits. He gets the
The stocking Sacco.
Mr. Stocking, and then Stocking made him applause. Dude, come on, man, it's Christmas. Santa
going.
came in and saved the day, man. It's Christmas.
You know what? I'll tell you what. And then they into the AA for the 1, 2, 3. What's really special about this?
Best. Fuck yes. Hey,
What's
I
really
loved it.
special about
Christmas
this
style.
is that it
Loved
is Mick Foley. Mick Foley, who loves Christmas, who loves Disney, who loves Christmas, who was in our last match, was just so bothered by wrestling Santa Claus, believably.
Getting his ass beat by Santa, then he converted to Santa Clausism.
He actually has a Santa Christmas room in his house. He does. If
He
you
does
watch
Santa every year. Like, it's a big
Yeah.
thing to him.
it is important to him. And he said that in the Christmas story, no Santa would act like that. I just heard that on his podcast. So it is. And then him and John Cena hugging it out. And I'm going to tell you right now, I freaking love this. I love this match.
Man, I'm telling you, dude.
This
I
was,
following the whole match. Like,
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You love it for what it is. You love it for a movie that's not going to win an Academy Award, but just a lot of fun and puts you in the mood.
and this is what I was going to mention at the beginning, but I saved it. So, after the finish and all that stuff, and John Cena raises Santa's hand and everything, you hear Jerry Lawler say, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And as they go off air, you see Santa and Cena hug. And, Lawler says that line right as they're hugging. And then they put the credits up, or, the little whatever, and go off air. And I was like, that's the most PG era shit of all time. John
PG,
Cena, you're your PG boy, hugging Santa. And then, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Like, that's the crescendo of fucking PG era.
You know what, though, James? It's okay, though, to me on Christmas Eve, even if it wasn't a PG era, because it's just that night. It's Christmas Eve. If you're actually
Yeah.
watching it on Christmas Eve, you need something like this, I think.
I actually love this cheesy Christmas shit. It's actually one line of mine. I did, man. I was loved it.
It kind of threw me off that pumpkin pie was out there because I think that'd be like something The Rock would want. He loves pie.
I knew you. So I got a question here from Amy and from Zoll, and I'm going to combine them. Okay. So Amy said also, do you guys have any family Christmas traditions? I buy matching pajamas for my kids to wear Christmas Eve night and take a picture of them coming down the hallway Christmas Day on their way to see Santa brought them. My kids are 21 and 13. And Zoll wrote, favorite Christmas holiday traditions. Mine is tracking Santa on the NORAD app. Both things are great. I'm going to turn my bad guy off of Amy for the rest of this episode because it is Christmas and we should all be in the Christmas spirit. So Anyway, guys, she wants to know, and he wants to know what your favorite holiday traditions are. James, I think you got into it a little bit.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life, and then usually me handing out the Christmas presents to like everybody.
Very nice.
But
Anything?
when the kids were younger, I enjoyed Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah, those were good times.
Yeah.
Mike, any traditions?
Usually we just no, we'll do Christmas Eve.
They
we'll
just
do,
hide beers
gingerbread
around the
house.
house and go beer hunting.
And then make the kids
Oh.
go find the beers and then bring them back. Like,
No,
hey, time
no,
to go
well,
hunt for another
maybe.
beer. Daddy's getting low. Go find one, kids.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
No, we do gingerbread houses like Christmas Eve. We'll make we don't make cookies, but we'll do cinnamon rolls for
Right.
Santa, because you get tired of cookies every now and then. You got to have something
Especially
special.
when you get them free at Walmart.
Yeah, especially. Yeah. And then watch a Christmas movie and go to bed, and hopefully they don't wake up.
You said a Christmas movie. Which Christmas movie? If you say
Hey,
Die
just
Hard,
depends.
you're canceled.
No, why not? It might be Rudolph, might be Frosty. It's something.
Frank, anything for you?
A real
Yeah,
Christmas
so-
movie.
This is gonna sound odd, and it's something I've adopted over the last, since I got divorced actually. But Christmas Eve, I take a half a day from work, and I know y'all are gonna probably think I'm crazy because this isn't really a Christmas trilogy, but I love on Christmas Eve watching the Back to the Future trilogy, and then I go to my godfather's house to have Christmas dinner with the family, or Christmas Eve dinner.
Did y'all watch The Godfather?
And you're going like this, but
You said
I have a it's my aunt now. My godfather passed away, but
well, I'm not gonna get involved with the fam. I ain't got the gabagool.
Gabagool, I want to
Yeah.
no. So that's kind of, and then Christmas morning, I go over to my daughter's, where my daughter lives, and I bring them cocoa, and we open gifts. It's wonderful.
So for
It is
me,
a Wonderful Life. None of you
Yes.
assholes have said that. I can't believe you guys hate that movie so much.
you guys bear with me here for a second. Like when I was a kid, Christmas Eve was a really big deal in my house, and we would go to church at 4:30 mass, and then we would go to my aunt's house. My aunt and uncle, my great aunt and uncle actually, who did not have children, we would go there, and they actually bought 3 or 4 gifts for each one of their great nieces and nephews. There were 6 of us, and it was a really nice night in front of the big fire, and it was really like something special, and from 2 very generous people that I lost in the last year. As I got older, I moved here to Philadelphia without having any family. Married I got married, ex-wife, and we started our own traditions. In 2008, getting divorced from her, and then not having your children on Christmas Eve is something I can't explain. Things are better now, of course. I'm remarried. 2016 remarried. Met my wife in 2012. You had to start new traditions and just a lot of changes. So things changed over the years, but we have our own traditions now. Very happy where I'm at. Long road to get there. So Christmas isn't always the happiest day, but we have come a long way.
Dude, I remember not having my kids for a Halloween, for one Halloween. And I freaking lost it. So I can't imagine a Christmas.
Yeah, I will second Brad, because I'm going home for Christmas, but Callie is not typically, since I've been divorced, not typically with me on Christmas Eve, and then I see her Christmas morning, but she goes and does her own thing with her mom, and I see her later on. It's not the same. So that's kind of where, like, the watching the Back to the Future trilogy, and I would wrap gifts and while I'm doing that, and creating your own traditions is something that's important. And honestly, Brad, I guarantee you that was probably part of the healing process for you on some of those things, for sure.
Most definitely.
I tell you one thing that I do with my son William's mom, because she lives out of state, so she lives like 6-7 hours away. What we do is each year we switch. So one year she has them for Thanksgiving, I have for Christmas, and then the following year I'll have them for Thanksgiving and she has them for Christmas.
So
that way it's not, I have them throughout the school year, she has them throughout the summer. So, and it got to a point where, hey, you were getting them for Christmas, you were getting them for Thanksgiving, it wasn't fair. She had all the holidays. So now we switch everything, and it helps out a lot doing it that way.
So, actually now.
I mean, I spend them alone, I guess, ever since I moved to Florida. Not alone, but you know what I'm saying. Like here, watching football, watching bowl games, probably listening to AFS, probably playing PlayStation. But ever since I moved to Florida, well, except for one, I spent it on a plane flying back, to the passing of a grandfather. But yeah, since I moved here, I've spent them alone, I guess. Not alone.
Drive your ass
but,
to Alabama then, Bubba.
Man, nah,
Yeah, right.
it ain't because I got to work the next day. But
Wow.
I mean, like it's not sad and depressing, but it is what it is.
It's just
Of course,
different.
my family does that pass the phone shit. So
Well,
don't worry, I'm there. I'm just not there.
Y'all more welcome. Come by anytime.
Because it's funny. Well, this is gonna sound negative, but it's really not. But the pass the phone thing does kind of get a little repetitive. Like, hey James, I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing? Good. What are you doing now? Doing this, doing this. Oh, it's good to talk to you. Bam, they pass phone. Someone else. Hey James, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Good.
Yeah.
And when they play pass the phone, it's the same questions all the time. I heard you got this podcast. Like, it's probably what it's going to be this year. But yeah, it's the pass the phone is the same answers like 20 times in a row. But depending on when Dallas plays, that's the Christmas.
Yeah, 4:30 Christmas Eve.
I know what I'll be doing that night.
Brad, what you gonna be doing that game?
I'm going to church. I'm actually Santa Claus at church.
Look at
So
you.
I will not be watching at least half.
Look at you, man. You always have that good way. It's just like, like outstanding citizen. Like
I
have
it's
philanthropy
just, I
type
mean,
stuff,
I'm sorry, but Christmas Eve at 4:30 is just not the time for football for me. But I understand why it is.
Well, y'all have never been good, so I get it.
So, but anyway, so what we do now is with the kids, we have, I have my stepdaughter, my daughter, and my son. We'll have them Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. We lose them about 12 o'clock. And then my wife and I go to the movies every year and go have hibachi every year after that. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. New traditions, not how I was raised in any way, but I'll take it. So anyway, Amy, great question. Zol, great question. Hey,
and shout out Zol,
shout out for sure.
You'll be all right, brother.
I like the NORAD thing too. Very cool.
Yeah, I hope those pickup lines are helping you out, brother.
Although Christmas is a holiday, man, just some people who are experiencing difficulties with post-relationship stuff and children and everything, it is just another day. Like, it is Christmas, I get you, and all that sad stuff. Always remember, though, it is just another day.
It is just another day.
Like, don't get depressed because you didn't have that one day. That's all I'm getting at. It is sad, yes, but come on.
So anyway, thanks for the questions. Back to you, James.
Hell yeah. Well, it looks like matching character breakdown. So no. But yeah, if that's all the questions we have, then I guess it's time to get jolly with the hottest segment in wrestling podcast. It is You Know It, We Know It. Waka, waka, waka.
Yeah.
Adam, what you got for us,
Let me talk to you.
Frank's face is priceless. He's like, that's what we're talking
Talk
about.
to me. Talk to me.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. So I decided to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go 10 Christmas themed dad jokes. And then after I wrote them 10, I found one more. So it's 10 plus 1.
Wait, did you get the one I sent you?
Content.
That's for next Christmas, Mike. Like your turn.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm always on the list.
you just made the list. You know what? You're taking off. Oh, that.
Any day.
So, yeah, I got 10 Christmas themed dad jokes, and then underneath that says plus 1 extra that I just couldn't leave out.
We got it.
What did the wise men say after they offered up their gifts of gold and frankincense?
Myrrh.
Wait, there's myrrh.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, what does Santa suffer from if he gets stuck in a chimney?
Obesity.
Claustrophobia. Claustrophobia.
Hey,
So-
Billy Heel over here.
What do
Jesus.
snowmen eat for dessert?
I missed it. Sorry.
So what do snowmen eat for dessert? Ice Krispies.
I thought ice. I didn't know what was going to go with it.
I try to swap them up, like I don't want to do like 10 Santa
What
jokes
do
or
meth heads eat for Christmas?
Oh, man. Oh,
lighters
man.
and spoons.
Ice Krispies.
Lighters, spoons, tinfoil. Oh, sorry. I got that
Rusty
list
spoons.
too. That list is in another book. What do you call an elf that runs away from Santa's workshop?
Don't rape me.
Runaway elf.
Boy.
A rebel without a clause.
Ah.
Ooh.
Because he's a rebel because he ran away, Brad.
Got it.
without
And
a
he's
clause
without
because
Santa
he ran
Claus.
from Santa.
I was thinking rebel as in rebel. Like,
Right? Hashtag
Stop
Tony
thinking
Khan.
about the boobs.
Shout out.
We need shout out Rebel. We need more of her on TV. And if you're listening to this, it wouldn't help on Twitter to tag Tony Khan saying that she need more Rebel on TV. That being said, sorry.
We just
Adam.
need more rebel anywhere we can get her.
You're damn right.
All right, what reindeer game do reindeer play at sleepovers?
Hide my
find the
jump.
nose.
Truth or dare?
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Man, I'm thinking
There
too hard.
it
I'm thinking
is.
too hard.
You ended on that was the plus one?
No, I'll do the first one in just a second.
Break.
I was about to say, God, don't end it on that one.
What's every elf's favorite type of music?
What's
Christmas.
Rap music.
Oh shit.
Ah.
W-R-A-P, rap music.
Speaking of that, don't forget Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. Good Christmas song.
Here's your good one, James. What
Thank
does
God.
Rudolph want for Christmas?
New friends?
Oh, a pony sleigh station.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Wow, that was horrible.
Nice.
Hey, Rudolph, when you know so
You
bright.
You swap the two letters, Sony PlayStation, pony sleigh station.
I get it.
Gosh. Freaking Ebenezer, damn. Ebenezer
It's funny
Richard.
how they treat Rudolph like shit the whole time. and then when they
Ebenezer
need him,
Richard.
It's like, hey, you down to lead the sleigh? Save
Freaking Richard Scrooge
With
here.
you assholes.
Richard
Make fun of
Scrooge.
me the whole time.
So what's the difference between the Christmas alphabet and the regular alphabet?
The balls.
No, the Christmas alphabet has no L.
Good. That was good.
Oh,
The
wow.
angel did say.
Shout out Mick Foley.
that.
Roll Tide on her.
So
Thank God
what?
you don't look like him.
I forgot what number I'm
He
on.
agrees. He agrees.
I didn't number these. I should have numbered them. What did the gingerbread man put on his bed?
Icing.
A cookie sheet.
Oh my god.
We're not up
Funny.
to 10 yet.
This is number 10, fucking Scrooge.
Woo. My goodness.
All right, so what did the Christmas tree do after its bank closed? It started his own branch.
Oh!
Really?
I think we should have 12.
Hey, so what's
12 days.
so was that the bonus one?
Hey, here's the bonus one right here. Here's the bonus. What month does a Christmas tree hate the most?
December, because they get slaughtered.
September.
Ah.
I couldn't leave that off.
No, believe you me,
That
Tyler
is
edited that
great.
shit out.
Yeah.
Because he's on
that
Christmas
was
break,
great.
fucking asshole.
That was my Christmas 10 plus one.
I loved it. I thought that was the best
I think
thing
that's
we've
great.
ever done of all time.
Wonka.
Don't you agree, Brad, or are you deserted by yourself on that field?
All right. So this is what we're doing here. We're going to Desert Island.
What an ass.
Yeah,
We're going to
Freaking
Desert
Richard
Island,
Scrooge.
and we're going to do Christmas movies that aren't Christmas movies
That
that take place at Christmas but didn't come out at Christmas.
And if
Got it?
everybody can give the longest answers of all time, Grab would greatly appreciate this.
Die Hard.
So The
What
five
are the
movies you have the option of taking to the deserted island that are not Christmas movies because they did not come out at Christmas. They're just taking place at Christmas. Gremlins, Die Hard, James,
never seen it.
Mean Girls, Lethal Weapon, or Trading Places? Devin, oh wait, Frank.
Devin would take Mean Girls. Want to get that joke in
gonna
there?
have to- I'm good. Look, I honestly,
Erica told me, you know.
I'm going Gremlins because I've never seen the rest.
What the fuck?
You've
Yeah, I
never
said
seen
it.
Die Hard?
I've never seen Die Hard.
You ever seen Lethal Weapon?
Nope. Nope.
You've never seen Mean Girls?
No.
Oh, come on, yeah.
You should pay $4.99 for that tonight.
I've seen Mean Girls like 9 times.
Yeah,
But,
me
hey,
too.
Frank,
Yeah.
there's been a rumbling of a Die Hard watch along because I posted I've never seen it, and everybody's like, that's bullshit type of thing.
I ain't seen it either.
There could be, if you got time within your trilogy stuff, could be a Die Hard watch along.
First of all, James, I'm so tired when I get home at night. When you were like, "Let's go."
No. I'm talking about like around the Christmas time.
Well, honestly, I'll be there.
Because you're talking about you're watching 3 movies in 3 movies. Why not make it a Die Hard watch along Christmas?
Quit watching that nerdy shit.
Nerdy.
Adam, do you have any choice here in the matter?
Oh yeah,
Gremlins?
Lethal Weapon, 100%.
Very good choice, Adam.
I'm too old for this.
Mel
shit.
Gibson,
Handsome motherfucker.
Danny Glover,
Even better.
Riggs.
And the It's Always Sunny stuff that they do with the Lethal Weapons or
Don't
whatever
forget
they
Gary
call it.
Busey.
The one with Danny Glover's on the toilet, and they got the
Undergun,
bomb,
that's
and he
what they
can't
call it.
move.
Fucking
My all-time
hilarious.
favorite.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Or is that 1? I don't even know.
Undergun is my favorite.
Mike, did you Google all these yet?
I don't have to Google. I am going with Mean Girls because I'm a stone.
Because Devin ain't here. Yeah.
Like,
I
no.
understand. So we have 3 different
Woohoo.
answers so far. We have Gremlins, we have Lethal Weapon, and we have Mean Girls. James, do you need a repeat of the options?
Well, not those 2, or not those 3, but what are the other ones?
So Gremlins, Die Hard, Mean Girls, Lethal Weapon, and Trading Places.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was picking when you said it. I just wanted to hear you repeat it. Trading Places? Are you kidding me? Trading Places, like out of that list, obviously. Trading Places, man. It's a guy who's like, homeless, down on his luck like a bum, and then he flip flops with, Dan Aykroyd, who's like a highfalutin and all that stuff. I'd trade places with anyone right now. Hell, Steve Ballmer, holla at your boy. Let's trade places one time. But no.
How about shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis too?
Hey.
Topless.
Yeah. Back in
Oh, I'm gonna go watch that.
Yeah, topless.
I'm telling you, Jamie Lee Curtis was a smoke show, man. There's a lot of
Yeah.
movies she was in, and she did a lot of provocative scenes, and you're just like, damn. Our generation knows Jamie Lee Curtis is like an older-ish woman. Boy, you look back in that day, like, okay.
She is a
okay.
prostitute in that, Frank. But not really.
I totally forgot Eddie Murphy was in that movie too.
Dan Aykroyd,
You
Eddie
totally
Murphy.
forgot Eddie Murphy was in Trading
Oh,
Places.
I wasn't.
He's
I
only
was
the
thinking
star.
of something different. I was thinking of Freaky
He's only
Friday.
the
for
main
some reason.
character, him and
Freaky
Aykroyd.
Friday's good too, man. Freaky Friday's real good. Anyway,
This ain't the movie I was thinking of. Damn it.
You're talking about boobies. One of the older actresses that I just love to see topless is Jodie Foster.
Oh,
Clarice.
all right. By the
Her
way,
in the Inside Man, that movie.
Fuck yeah.
so I'm gonna go with Gremlins because I do love that movie. But
that's a great movie. But
I do love it. I love the whole.
Trading Places.
And Miss
But I
Star,
do listen.
Brad,
I
what
love
are you
them all,
not
James. I
supposed to
picked
do?
them. I love them all.
What
But
are you not supposed to do, Brad?
Hmm?
What are you
you
not?
don't.
supposed
All right, so you don't get them wet. You do. They need no. Just keep them out of the light, and sunlight could kill them. And whatever you
editing
do,
that out.
Frank,
Definitely
whatever you
editing
do.
that out.
whatever you do never feed them.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so
Why
I have.
no female ever had a gremlin?
So I got
No,
got
no. I want to hear this. Why?
Because you can't get them wet.
Oh wow.
that's right.
Is that
You
why
need
they
those-
do it?
hey, I'm editing my thing out, probably putting a watermark over what I did on camera, but keeping that part in.
So I got 5 more
Hmm.
movies. These are movies that are on during the holiday season that are not Christmas movies at all, but they're always on during the holiday season. We have Jurassic Park, the original. We have Rocky 4, Harry Potter, the original, Wizard of Oz, and Frozen. Frank, which one are you taking with you to the deserted island?
Harry Potter.
Never seen it.
What? Not to Adam, to Frank. I've never seen Harry Potter either. Sorry. None of
Harry
them.
Potter
There's a thing, man.
I love Harry Potter. I love every single one of them.
It ain't my thing, but it's a lot of people's thing. My daughter loves it. Speaking
Well,
of
of
that,
course she does. She's a child.
Adam, take it away.
Ugh.
You need the movies again?
Yep.
Jurassic Park, Rocky 4.
Rocky
Harry
4.
Potter.
That's it. Rocky 4.
You damn right it is. Good,
Yeah,
good answer.
that's you too, James.
Rocky 4.
I don't know. You'll have to get
I must break you.
All right, fine, Mike. Jurassic Park, Rocky
I'm
4.
going with Harry Potter.
My man.
God almighty.
I love it. I love it because some people were so against it, and some people were so for it. All right, James.
All right, what are the movies again?
Jurassic Park, Rocky 4,
Awesome soundtrack.
Harry Potter, Wizard of Oz, and Frozen.
Jurassic Park has a very awesome soundtrack. I just wanted everybody to really listen to the movie choices they gave us. Definitely, hey, I love Frank and Mike. You know, those answers are pretty outlandish. But yeah, I mean, if you name those movies
Mickey
5
Dice,
in a row,
baby.
you can already knock out 3 of them. I mean, let's be real here. What the fuck is going on here?
Like
Granted,
if I
don't
want to
have
sleep good
children,
on the island, I'll take Harry Potter.
it's on repeat 1,000 times. So I probably would like something if I were to see it on repeat 1,000 times. Because I know parents of children that love all these children's movies. It really comes down to, I mean, it's Rocky 4 all day. What are we talking about here? Ivan Drago, Rocky's other like he's he killed goddamn Apollo Creed. And
I
then,
must
you gotta
break
go
you.
there, and then he's in their home field. He's a big time visitor, especially in this 80s stuff. And then he kind of brings everybody together. I think
He
Rocky
turns the
IV
Russian
ended the
crowd
Cold War.
face.
We can go into this, but Rocky IV ended the Cold War because he says on the microphone, "And if I can change, and you can change, then we all can change." And he's beat the shit, you know. Like, I mean, it's got to be Rocky IV.
1980.
What are we
It's
doing with Harry
1986.
Potter? I mean, come on.
1986.
It's the
You're
boy
right, James.
wizard.
No, I like Harry Potter. That was a good one.
Attaboy.
All right, so
Indiana
listen.
Bones in the Temple of Poon.
So I loved Jurassic Park. I've never been
Awesome
into the Harry,
soundtrack on Jurassic Park too.
I've never been into the Harry Potter movies. Wizard of Oz is a sentimental favorite for me just because of growing up with it and watching it once a year with my family.
True.
Frozen, my
Dark
daughter.
side of it too, you know.
I
Dark
know
side of the
that. I
moon.
try to keep that out of it though. 'Cause I try
Well,
to keep-
no, Dark Side of the Moon with fucking.
No, I know. Play it later along with it.
Yeah, bro. That's my Devin take of the week right there, bro. If you
Frozen-
play them at the same time, they line up, bro.
Frozen was introduced to me a couple years ago by my daughters, and you know what? There's no way anybody can't like it. However,
Let it go.
as far,
Let it go.
as far as my pick is Rocky 4. And listen, I live in Philadelphia. However, I'm not from Philadelphia. This was a favorite of mine long before I got here. But being here now, it is the only choice.
It's a
Because
badass movie, man. That's
We
one
have
of
a
the.
statue in our city of a fake boxer.
I mean, if I had to
Yeah.
pick a Disney cartoon, it wouldn't even be Frozen. It would
Have
be
you
seen
like
it?
have you seen
Toy
Frozen?
Story or something.
Have you seen
That was a
Frozen?
pun. Adam hit one below the. Walt Disney did something called Frozen. Is that because you can Google Walt Disney Frozen? It brings up something else besides Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep it pure. We're in our Christmas episode.
Fox and a Hound. Wait a minute. I'd probably take Fox and a Hound.
Thanks for playing, everyone.
You're welcome, Brad.
I want to
Huge
tell you
fan.
that I was
Huge
able
fan
to
of Fox
get
and a Hound.
I was able to get the format because you sent it to me at 8:12, and then I had to request to get
It's-
access to the Google Drive.
Yeah, which
So I
no one
wanna
ever,
open
no one else ever needed that. But go ahead.
So, so I have Devin's demographic is next, but he's not here.
Correct. Frank,
So
you
we're
got a
not doing
demographic? What you got?
So
We
I
can do
have-
Frank's
have we-
fuckery. How
have we
about
mentioned-
that?
What
have we
reality
mentioned-
TV show have you watched? Because Devin likes to talk about like
So
you guys
Sammy
see the-
Guevara with
Or
the
Sammy Guevara.
championship.
Hey,
Everybody
Sammy
Wait,
Guevara,
no.
like our
the
tweet.
greatest match of all time.
We could do Frank's fan favorite.
Let's
I
talk
was
about
gonna-
Sammy Guevara. Because
was gonna
I
call-
am blocked
Let me
from
get a
Twitter
Pepsi
from
Nitro.
Sammy Guevara.
Why don't we call
Wait
it
a
Frank's Facts, and I'll give you 3 facts about me.
Ah,
Oh, that works.
First fact: I don't like the Rocky movies.
What a bunch of
that
fucking
hate, brother. With Brad.
Can I have
That's
control
heat
of the
right
Zoom
there.
call, please?
He's gonna kick me
I'll
out.
put you in timeout.
sense.
Second fact: I'm divorced twice. And third fact: I hate New Orleans.
Now, are these made up things? And I know
What? You hate the dirty?
They're true.
Only
No,
one.
they're all three true.
Divorced twice.
All 3 of them are true.
All three are
All
true.
three are true. The Rocky thing.
So,
Hey,
Frank-
I give Brad constant shit about Philly because I mean, let's be real here.
No way.
But Rocky 1, amazing.
Yeah.
Rocky 2, pretty good. Rocky 3, Clubber Lang, I believe was that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about the story, man. Like that Rocky, man. Rocky's one of us. You know what I'm saying? He's one of us that made it. You can't. And then Mick is like, hey, you gotta fucking, you know, like. Shit, dude, I'm telling you, man. That's the
Cut me,
motivational
Mick.
shit.
Cut me,
I'm
Mick.
one of those like motivate, you know, like I'm at the, you know, not at it. This is gonna sound depressing, but when you're at a different echelon, I'll put it that way. If you're at a lower echelon trying to break through the top echelon, and these motherfuckers gotta look you down, you know, like Rocky's a motivational thing, man. Like,
I'm
granted,
just gonna watch Harry Potter 1 through
Tommy
8.
Gun, not a fan.
No,
Number
they
five,
give it a
sucks.
shot.
Question-
They give it a shot. It's not a
I got a
horrible movie. It ain't the bad. It ain't the good one.
Probably jumped the
Hey,
shark.
can
at
I
five,
ask a
'cause
serious
4 was
question?
So good.
Yeah.
To me,
Frank,
Go ahead,
What-
Lance Storm.
is there anything you like about New Orleans? Anything? You say you hate it, but is there anything at all you like? You're living there now, so.
He likes the voodoo- he likes the voodoo stories.
I will say I do like the history of it, but right
Okay.
now the culture, the infrastructure, the overall behavior of people, it's
Yeah.
less to be desired.
Frankie
But is it-
got a new job and
is it
now he
more-
lives in the ghetto.
I don't know exactly where you're at, but is it more tourist there or is it?
Oh,
local people?
definitely in French Quarter, where I am, in the general touristy spot. Yeah, there's tourists everywhere. But the outskirts are very run down. They don't take care. Like, I mean,
In the ghetto.
yes, in the ghetto.
Right.
For instance, I mean, there's one street that leads to the French Quarter, and it had a pothole that would have destroyed your car had you not gone like 4 months, like less. I had to slow down almost to a complete stop to dip into it, but then to get out of it, and it took them a month to fix that.
Right.
Month.
Well, I mean, I spent about a month right there in New Orleans, but that's it. And I had a great time there. I was partying. I was single. I was.
Difference,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
difference between
here to-
vacation and living.
Spent a month there one night.
Ayo.
I'll tell you this.
I
guy.
did a job there.
I'm
Sure
like,
you did.
I would take Boston, Massachusetts any day. And I'm trying to give some love. I'm trying to change the way I feel about it, but it's the things that I've seen happen, the behavior of people, the
Behavior of local people.
Yeah, I mean, we were voted, not voted actually. I always say voted, but there's the Wall Street Journal came out with an article, and if you look at murders per capita, we are the murder capital of the United States. And I get notifications on my phone. I actually had to turn my notifications off last weekend because I was getting to the point where I was feeling so damn negative. But there was one day where I had 5 notifications of murders in one day.
Yeah. See, it's probably been William. He's about to be 15 or 13, so it's probably been about 15 years since I've been there. I did.
You
I
came
used to do.
a couple years after Katrina.
Yeah, I did. I was doing construction work. So
You're single. You're here to party. Great place to be.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
And like I said, doing
I agree
that-
with
Frank,
But
Frank too. Being up
I
from
went
up
to
north.
Mardi Gras after Katrina, and I went a bunch when I was in college in Mississippi State. Great city.
right, but just
People
just
up
the
north
people
are
I
so
met.
much more polite too. They'll dump for you.
But it is also.
Please, thank you.
know,
People down here, Yeah, kiss
15
my ass,
years
buddy.
ago.
Don't get the wave or nothing.
Right. But
Right.
I mean like the people I met, like, you know, we built a rent center, and the guy that managed the rent center invited the whole crew to his house to have like a big boil type thing.
In the
You know,
ghetto.
we're a bunch of damn white folks from the country and everything else, and it was a black guy just coming over here and, hey, come hang out with us, come do this, come do that, and you know, we had a great time. Like they opened their arms up like we were family, and I had an amazing
I think
time
New
there.
Orleans is more of a visiting city and not much of a living there city.
Yeah, I've met some very nice people. In fact, we talked earlier about the lesbian wedding I went to. I met both of them here, and I've become very close with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
well,
Was it-
well,
it
it was a
wasn't-
Oh,
lesbian
yeah, you
wedding,
knew
Adam.
him?
You would have had to been my date.
I feel like I've never converted one before.
Oh,
They're
Jesus.
already there, pal. They're already there.
Wow.
All right. Hey,
Move on.
so,
There we
hey,
go.
swing it, you know,
There you go.
bring it around, Frank, bring it around. It's Frank's demographic, so, you know.
You gave
Well,
us
I'm
facts.
done. I'm done. I did my facts. I'm done.
think-
Go
I
ahead.
think we
You can move
got,
on to the-
Something else next, James.
Well, let me look at the,
I think you know
all
it.
right.
That's
hey,
a character
uh,
breakdown. Oh, no, I mean,
What better way to talk about New Orleans than with some food? And I hope you don't drive through this segment because it's I never know where it's going. It's Mike's Meat Minute. So Mike,
Well, actually, you ain't gotta drive through nothing on this
here
one
we
because
go.
actually,
Finally,
all you gotta do
Good
is go
Mike's
on your
Meat.
phone, and there's an app called Uber Eats.
all I gotta do is get
There
two
it
pieces
is.
of bread, mayonnaise, and slap ham in the
If
middle.
you want
that's it.
boiled hamburger patties in gravy, you can get them delivered now. You ain't even got to
There we
waste time
go.
to do it yourself.
Actually, here's what I'm gonna tell y'all today, and I did this last night for my dinner.
Oh,
So here in Georgia, it's been raining for like 3 fucking weeks straight. So I haven't been able to go out there and cook on the grill and everything else like I wanted to and all that other stuff. And I had a couple sets of pork chops sitting there. What I did is I took those things out and I got a pressure cooker. Well, it's actually an all-in-one. It's a pressure cooker, air fryer, all that other thingy. So I pressure cooked some pork chops. And here's what I did. I took the pork chops, seasoned them up with JR seasoning. I took 2 sticks of butter and put them on the bottom of the pan, and I pressure cooked them for 20 minutes. Well, I put timer on for 20
Now, when
minutes.
you say the bottom of the pan, like underneath it, or
Yeah, well, see, I got the pot, and it comes with a little rack thing. You can put your meat on top of it, and you have so don't touch nothing on the bottom. So when you do your pressure cooking, you're supposed to use water. Is what you're supposed to use. I used 2 sticks of butter, and that stuff came out amazing. On the sides, I
I'm
took
confused where the butter
some-
goes.
It goes on the bottom of the pan.
Like underneath it, or
Yeah, underneath.
goof.
Yeah, you put it underneath it. You got a pressure cooker?
No.
Okay.
I had a
Well,
pressure cooker. His name was Phil Jackson. Anyway,
yeah, but you put it on the bottom. You know, put 2 sticks on the bottom, and then I got a little crate thing that goes on top of that. You put your meat and whatever you're gonna cook on there.
I had. Never mind.
pork chops?
It was like a pressure air fryer type deal. Is how it came out. Amazing. And I took me some green beans and some sliced up potatoes, made me some fried taters and green beans on the side, put a bit of brown rice on the side.
Yeah.
Came out amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Came out amazing.
Well, she said,
That's what she said. So,
Fucking A.
and before James reads it, I guess we got another subject, don't we?
I guess so. So, you know,
rivalry.
yup.
So, do I need to read the list off or?
Yeah, read the list and then tell them what we're doing.
Okay,
Are
hold
we
on.
reading-
Let me get my
Please.
phone.
We're just reading the list that we're covering, though, right?
Wait, Mike's from Georgia. Can he read?
Oh,
No,
barely.
I can't read.
I'm just, I love you, Mike.
I'm
Doesn't want
lingering. I can read if I write it. How about that? Okay.
I'm gonna start using that one.
That comes from that family lineage.
Yes, the family lineage. Okay, so what did we decide to go with?
I can read it if I write it. It's
Yeah,
gonna
Mike,
be on
turn the
text
page. He's
thing.
lost.
Oh, you don't know how to say that or spell that, James? Well, I can read it if I write it.
You don't
Yes,
remember what we picked?
that's right. Okay, so we have a whole list of all of our fans. I mean, we got about 150, maybe 200 lists. right here.
1,000.
Yeah. So, but one of the ones we do is our great friend supporter Allison. She picked Hogan and Piper. So we're gonna go with Hogan and Piper.
I
Yeah,
definitely.
and
we are gonna go.
Mike only knows, WCW Hogan and Piper, so we're gonna dip back a little old school.
Well, for
Yeah,
Alice,
we're
I'm
gonna go.
definitely gonna pipe.
Wait. Oh, do what?
I'm gonna pipe her.
Yeah, Hogan and Piper. But we're gonna go back, like back before I was born.
My goodness.
We're gonna go WrestleMania 1. It was Hogan and Mr. T, Piper and Orndorff. WrestleMania 1 is the match we're gonna cover.
Right?
Awesome.
I like how we're covering that one when Devin ain't here.
Well,
He'll be
he'll be here next week.
He'll be here.
Assuming.
His parents
And
weren't
then
born yet,
from
but he'll be here.
our
I was about
Yep.
next week. My bad. I was not those though.
His
It's
parents
next
weren't
week.
born yet.
and then from our great friend and the one we got the rivalry from, RJ, we're going with Undertaker and HBK, Shawn Michaels. And we're
But
going 1998 Royal Rumble.
Was that the casket match?
it sure was.
It sure was.
Shout out to RJ roughing it up. Him and Brian Hebner.
I'm glad we didn't
Shout out.
cover any of those Mania matches. I like to go back to that 96, 95, 94. I mean, Shawn Michaels and
And-
Taker, Frank knows this. They've had a feud for a long damn time.
Not to mention, this is
yeah.
a big change in the world for Shawn Michaels after this match. So
Very big change.
Exactly. So we probably won't be covering the big main event matches of these rivalries, but we will cover a match from the rivalry that came around to something. WrestleMania 1, Royal Rumble 98.
I prefer Hogan, Piper, and WCW when they're like 50.
but you know what's funny about that is that has been covered a lot, Adam. And really what has not been covered is WrestleMania 1,
Yeah,
Right.
that's sarcasm. I don't want to cover that shit.
which is funny that you would
Yeah.
think it would have been, but it has
Well, I
not.
mean, how did we get to Age in a
Podcast
Cage?
form.
I think Age in a Cage started, it started before.
Age
but
in a
WrestleMania
Cage.
one,
Exactly.
They put the blueprint.
And like
Mhm.
Mike was also saying, everybody wants to cover those Hell in the Cells with HBK and Undertaker. I mean, they've been beaten to death, so we're doing something a little different.
Yeah.
No one ever covers
So-
ground zero.
Nobody
These
covers
guys-
Great Balls of Fire.
Well, these guys act like nothing exists, post 2006. So I'm glad that we get to dip back in. Frank, I'm glad you mentioned Ground Zero.
Great Balls
and
of
stuff.
Fire, St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
That was their first match that ended in a double DQ, and then that's what led to Hell in a Cell in October. And
It's gotta be Cage.
One thing for
Exactly.
sure is
So
there's plenty of matches.
we do have a lot of rivalries that you guys sent us, and we will do them. But we might not go to that main event that you guys expected. We
Correct.
might go to a
Depends if you like you or
better
not.
match. Yeah. So thank you, Allison, and thank you, RJ. You guys are next week. So if you guys have any questions, let us know.
I'm surprised RJ picked something of quality. That's not like him.
Ain't that the damn truth?
Isn't that right?
He knows I love him. Wolfpack for life.
Hey, guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling.
That's right.
Well, the
Well,
big
why are
boys
you shaking your head,
play.
Brad? The Wolfpack is back, causing mass destruction.
I'm fine. I wasn't.
Well,
shaking my
you
head.
know-
So I just did Mike's Meme Minute, the rivalries, and what we're doing next week. So the
Damn.
conclusion goes to
11 beers in.
7.
Well,
Okay.
the tape machines are
7.
rolling.
Only 7.
It looks like it's about that time, I'm assuming. Hey, I just want to let Brad know. Well, nothing. I don't know. I had something to say, totally blanked my mind.
Brad still has his
Oh,
glasses
I do.
on.
I do want to say one thing. I want to say one thing, if I can.
Spoke too soon.
Hey, when you listen to this, Devin, fuck you.
There it is.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, as they say, Tony, looks like it's about that time. So the tape
Hey.
machines have rolling and are
It's
about to come
time
off
for the
the,
main event. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Wrong one.
we're running out of film on this one. I just want to say
Hey.
thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Frank, of course. Oh, Hollywood Blonde stuff.
Frank, how can we hit you up? How can everybody hit you and find you? And
There you go.
You have my
Give me a
number.
call.
and
Try not to hit Frank. He's a nice guy. I don't like people hitting on him.
I'm on, guys. I'm on Twitter, Frank Bruno 80. I don't go to it often anymore, but if you have my number, then you're privileged. By the way, El Karai, I don't know why you were hitting me up on Facebook Messenger because you have my goddamn phone number.
I was gonna see. Here's the thing: I can't text from a computer, so I could have texted you the ID
Well,
and
fuck
all
you,
that
Frank.
stuff. Yeah, but I was like, this way I can
Open
just send you the
emails.
link, so that way you just hit the link. Because a lot of people that you send, hey, here's a shout out to some of our guests. A lot of times when I send the ID and the password, they just fucking don't get it. They just can't figure it the fuck out. You know, they think it's like its own hyperlink or something. So I
Adam
actually
Simmons.
thought ahead and was like, hey, I'll send the hyperlink.
Hashtag shit show.
39 minutes.
yep.
All right, I'll stop talking.
Oh no.
Frank, I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you very much. It's been
I
a
appreciate
pleasure.
it even more.
I
Yeah.
just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Frank.
Yes. You have a Merry Christmas. Have a good New Year's. Adam, James, Brad, fuck Devin. Y'all, same thing.
All right, you can't say Merry Christmas to me next week because we'll already be past it.
Right? That's true.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Happy New Year's next week.
Okay.
I gotta
Remind
find some
me
New
about that,
Year's
Brad.
dad jokes.
That's
Anyway,
true.
who's
There you
next?
go.
James.
Auld Lang Syne. But that's going to be next week because, I am James L. Corai. That's at James L. Corai. I'm definitely going to, get this shit over with real quick. You can reach us at Kickout Crew on Twitter. We're on Facebook, Kickout Crew. Strange, I know. We are also on TikTok. We are on something else. We're on all that shit, man. Kickout Crew. You know us. Hell, it's your show. That being said, I guess I'm going to go to Brad. So Brad, give everybody your contact info.
So, little peek behind the curtain. First off, I am Brad at Yes Man Brad on Twitter. Tyler is going to be getting a little bit of help for the next 3 weeks.
Nice.
Believe it or not, my daughter, Kendall, is going to be working behind the scenes with him on some of the TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat stuff. And hopefully we can get Tyler on the right track. She did a couple videos for us before that we thought were pretty good. I am showing a little favoritism, but Tyler needs
nepotism, actually.
Well, it's easy when Tyler's a shit show.
Exactly. I'm
wait,
kind of like, hell
wait.
yeah, I'm glad Christmas break is here because that way she can, Tyler.
So
fuck
Tyler
you doing?
definitely needs the help.
So,
And,
so everybody knows she did the beer episode with
Yeah.
Brad.
So
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely check that one out because she does do a good job and she wants it on her resume, believe it or not. So what the
Nice.
fuck? We're not paying anybody anyway.
For
Anyway,
real.
so we can have as many employees as we want, really. So anyway, that is me, Yes Man Brad on Twitter. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, Brad. Well, I'm glad to hear that your daughter's going to help Tyler out because my word does he need it. And how can I transition? Help whatever. Up next, Adam is on the screen. So Adam, tell the people how they can reach you and all that stuff.
Adam _ Bama. Send me all your dad jokes, good ones, bad ones, dirty ones. The ones people ain't supposed to read, but I like reading that stuff anyway.
True.
Thanks, Frank, for joining us, brother.
Anytime.
Appreciate it.
I think
Fun
when
with it.
you've been for the 5th time, I think you get like a button or a pin. You get like a button.
Do I get a button on a fur coat? or-
That says 5 times, 5 times, 5 times. It's a little button of Booker T.
Oh, okay. Suck a duck a quack. Right.
Button on a fur coat, good reference. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
just
callback.
look for the check in the mail. That's all I gotta say. It'll be there.
It'll be there
Keep
sometime.
checking every day.
Another great show. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and everything else, guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, Adam. And I believe Mike already gave his spiel.
No, I need to get my stuff out.
Oh well, Mike, how can the people reach you?
Well, first of all, I need Adam to just flick his hair back again because the girls are loving that. It's been on all over Twitter.
True.
Adam, flick your hair. Y'all can reach me at Whitaker1028 on Twitter. Y'all got a recipe? Send it to me. I might put it on.
Someone please
If I
send him a
put it-
recipe.
Please, someone. Please.
If you send it to me, Brad might send you a T-shirt.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
And by T-shirt, he means a plain ass white T-shirt with nothing on it.
Yeah, I'll send you
Sure.
one of my worn T-shirts.
Oh my God.
There you go. That's happening.
Hit me up. Let's go. Let's just
I'm
talk
saying,
bullshit.
that's
Let's
it.
talk wrestling.
Yeah,
And
you could,
hey, let's have a good time.
This one, believe.
right?
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Won't
everybody.
wash it.
We love
Schmeedy.
you all. Thank you for joining.
So, Frank, why don't you ever promote your T-shirt?
There is a T-shirt. I don't know that any of the men out there want to wear it. So
I will. I'll wear it in the next show, but I get it sent to me.
you're gonna wear the shirt of me half naked.
No, it's like
If I
3/4
get-
naked.
Okay. If
We'll
you
have to
send me
wear
a
it.
if you send me that shirt, I will wear it on the show.
Oh my God, I'm gonna totally.
It's
do
like
that.
7/8 naked. It's more than half naked.
Well, no, I was gonna
I'm
say
saying.
the only thing covering my junk is the title belt.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. You send it to me, I'll wear it on the show.
Thank God it was the big gold belt, or you would have seen his junk.
Well, hey, it sounds like some chestnuts are roasting, and it sounds like we're all in the holiday
just saying.
spirit.
Hey, you need some exposure. Maybe not that.
No, well,
much.
he exposed.
He
Here we
almost
go.
had exposure on that
Well,
T-shirt.
this is the thing, sometimes like life can get people down during Christmas, during the holidays, and I hope we provided a good laugh and a good escape because, like my man Garth Brooks said, sometimes we have some friends in low places, but we always relate to them, man. You can get down with that, and that hell, maybe I'm the friend in the low place. Y'all just make fun of me. I'm cool with that too. But that being said, holiday season is upon us, obviously, and damn near past by the time this airs. But we just hope that nobody took little things too depressive because, hey, life's gonna get you down. It is what it is. But the thing about life is the come up from that. So saying that, when life gets you down, kick out at 2. Why not? There's so much more to life than to give up on anything. And if Christmas is a tough time for you, hey, that's what the Kick Out Crew's for. It's your show. So always remember, when life gets you down, you have the power to kick out at 2. Because that's what we do. That's what you do. That's what we all do. You know why? Because we're the Kick Out Crew. It's your show. I just want to thank everybody for this episode. Thank you, Frank, for joining us. Love you, brother. And hope everybody had a good time. And hey, everybody out there, have a great fucking week.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
Appreciate it.
And,
If y'all don't start sharing this show, I'm cutting my hair.
Merry Christmas.
and
There it is.
peace. Fuck you,
Peace.
Devin.